No more. You are live, right? So can we hear me? This is the first thing to check.
Check it.
But I don't trust this phone. Who am I looking for? Sure. It's there. It's there. I think it's. Yep, I'm live. Look, I can't hear me. Hello. It's there. It's there.
Yeah, and it
works. Good evening, Trevor. It sounds good. It sounds good to me too. Right. So what have I got to do? I've got to go. Hold on. No, I've got to keep the transcript on that one, haven't I? See? Live chat. Right, chat has moved. Hold on, I'll get there in a minute. Do apologise, I'm having as normal. Well, why does it say live chat has moved? Right, that's it. That's good, I think. Hold on, let me say hello if it works. I think there's Luke.
Okay.
Hi, Free Rider.
Hi, mate.
You can see there, can't you?
Yeah.
Hello, people. Mine took ages to come through, didn't it? So if I go on to...
Nothing.
I'm getting the Facebook stream up as well, so I can keep that intact.
We will start the beers in a minute.
Right, we will start, don't worry.
He'll go over here and he'll get his phone sorted out.
Right, there you are, see? So, good evening, Luke. Anyway, how are you, mate, on this fine day? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what we're doing, doing these is like doing the Beauty and the Beast. And there's Chris. Good evening, fella. Good to see you, mate.
Hi, Chris.
I have emailed you, Chris. I meant to tell Lou earlier. But I don't know, it might have gone in your trash or something. Well, hi, Beck. Hi, Gareth. But yeah, right, let's chuck these over in a minute. So what we're doing, I lost the receipts. Oh, okay.
You just found them, haven't you?
Oh, I found them. Finally got myself a Hassel Rider on the PD. What a beer. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That is a good one.
100%, mate.
Evening, Mark.
Proper quality. Good evening, Mark. Good evening, fella. So, right. We're doing 5 off here, aren't we?
Yeah.
If you start with a Paulana.
Okay.
Because you've got the glass there.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll start with a Frankie. Oh, one bottle opener between us. That won't bite. Hold on. I have another one. Take them off nicely.
I am taking it off
nicely. Right, so, yeah, we're going to kind of face these supermarket. Good evening, RG. Chuckle Munch, good to see you, fella. So, we'll get these poured. Probably should have poured these before we came on if we were bright. But
yeah, well, never mind.
There we go. Look at that for a pour. I don't know how good I am. Anyway, bit of news, people. I had my interview today with Dan. Well, not my interview, my Zoom call with Dan. And if you check www.perfectdraft.com English tomorrow, you'll see the chat we had. So, yeah, really good, informative chat. And that, I took Dan around the bar.
Yeah, we're going to have to put them to the side because I'm not going to be able to be able to reach over.
Erdinger, I'm not pouring that. You can pour the Erdinger. I'll do this one.
Yeah, okay.
You can have that one. I think we should have done this on the table, you know.
I did say to him. I did say that.
I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, good to see you too. Chuckle Munch, mate. Right. But yeah, I had a really good chat with Dan and went really well. There's a bit of good information on there as well and everything. So, Erdinger was £1.80, that one, by the way. Oh, look at the colour of that. Do you know, I haven't had this stylus for ages. I had 3 new tastes this week. Hertong Yang, wow, Green Mountain, wow, and Hassel Rider, wow. Why I waited so long. Lovely, all of them. Green Mountain was more Michelle's thing than mine. Hassel Rider, I absolutely love, Mark. But Hertong, I don't know. And there's so much love for that. It's such a good seller.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, funny enough, I was talking to Dan, as I said earlier, and he said that was his first ever keg he had on the Perfect Draft. when they said, "Do you want to pour a pint?" when he first went to work for him, and he thought, "Wow, this is good." And he's still a real huge fan now. Well, I said, it just wasn't our one, was it?
Yeah.
So, right, we're almost there. Better later than never, eh? No?
It's taken me so long to do that one. And it's still, look at it.
Oh,
And this one has a dog hair.
oh, with the glasses.
It's clean, I know. Dog hair just gets everywhere.
So,
Story of owning dogs.
oh, look at the bottom of that. So, here we go.
Oh, look at the colour difference of that.
Yeah, well, this is right. This is sliders. Obviously, fortunately, we've got the correct glasses, so we haven't got to keep the bottles inside. I'm going to chuck all these over the way. Do you want me to out the way?
They're all right where they are, actually. They're not getting them
Okay.
away.
So, yeah.
Hardly see me over the fine sound.
I'll get a step for you. Hi, it was that. Hold on. I'll have a look. I've got my phone's getting caught with these now. Hi, David. Sorry I missed you there, fella. Hi, Ratapoon. I hope that's pronounced correctly, fella. Hi, good to see you, fella. Been on the chat. Right. So what we're going to do, as we can see, what's similar? None of them that much, are they?
Colour-wise.
Frankie and Paulina. Right. Okay. As you can see, yeah, this is much darker. The percentages, you're going 5.5, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's her dinger? 5 point. I think it's just 5. Her dinger is. Oh, I don't bloody know.
It must be on there
I
somewhere.
can't see it. You know when you're hurrying and you're just not finding it. Her dinger was £1.80, and it is 5.3. I was right first time. Was gutted coming back from Munich from our local Sainsbury's doesn't sell SAP 7. Oh God, yeah, no.
Oh yeah. Now we had a thing with that, didn't we?
Weissbier.
Some of them were out of date, weren't they?
Yeah, 5.4. Yeah, some of the TAP 7s. No, the Weissbier, wasn't it? No, Snyder's. Yeah. Was that a date? We know you came back without a date.
Like there.
And I'll tell you
that's cheeky.
how you can realise they've changed the bottle top.
Yeah. Once we're out of date, we're white.
That's the new Snyder's bottle top.
Yeah.
Of the ones that are in date.
Careful with that, people.
Because if you don't look, you wouldn't ever think it. Franciscano, as we know, is 5%, Paulina 5.5, and I think
I can stand the other side because
5.4.
You can hardly see them.
Well, yeah, comes down this
I'm
side.
thinking that might be a better idea.
So, yeah. So, basically, between, what was it? 5.
Yes, there we are, that's better.
So, 5.5, 5.3. Franciscano being the weaker one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the West Coast, I can't pronounce, probably was 5.3 as well, wasn't it? 5.4. Oh, dear.
You're getting yourself in a right mother there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wasn't that bright in the first place, so, I can make excuses. Good evening, Slurpee. Good to see a fellow beer reviewer on with us. Do check the channel out, anyone? Right.
Yeah, got enough beer on the bite. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of getting through, isn't it?
I don't know how we're going to do this. It was just an idea I had yesterday, like supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
And I thought, rather than do a review, just do it on a live, so if anyone wants to ask anything, say anything, we can do that.
It's not just that, it's really easily available for people to get hold of. So
yeah, I mean, obviously, you know your prices. Most of you watching these, you don't need me to tell you, but the Erdinger was £1.80, the Franciscana £2, the Weissbier was £2.20, the Paulina was £2.50. Robbers, crooks, and the Snyder Tap 7 was as well £2.20.
I just want to say, David, you really, those are really.
I let the Hassel Rider you recommended. Leffe Summer in tomorrow. Leffe Summer was a
That's
cracker.
good. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It looks like you're on the holidays. Well, for me, this is a bit of a holiday because we just had major stress because it's exam season and there's been a lot of running around, and now we're off for a week.
Yeah, we're off for a week.
So yeah, it feels like a little bit of a holiday, a little bit of a break. Anyway,
it feels like heaven, but no. Fell out of heaven, but fell into hell. The sun, Kanye.
Okay.
Right. So let's go on some tasting, right?
Yeah.
Here we're going to go here. Go left to right, and I'll follow. It'd probably be easy if I follow you. So if you take it, pass it to me, then I'll. So Paulina, at one stage was one of my most favourite beers. I did lose a bit of love for this.
That's tasting nice. You're getting the banana taste through on that.
Yeah, definitely not bad at all. I'll say a bit overrated in a certain beer group on Facebook, but you know, I'm not saying too much about that.
To like what they like.
I know, but they shouldn't overrate things. Anyway, now this, talking of that beer group, is a favourite. You want me to do this first?
Yeah.
It's got a dog hair in it as well. Where do they come from?
These glasses were clean. I cleaned them myself.
They've only been out here 2 hours.
The dogs, the hair.
So this is Erdinger. There is some love for this drink. Apparently, the fourth best-selling. Weizen in Germany.
This was the cheapest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was the cheapest, and I think probably if you're wanting a few beers and you want a bit of a budget, you are going to go for one that is drinkable.
You pay 20p extra for a fan's corner. Don't be silly. Right, here we go. It's been a long time, this one. Actually, like I was going to say, I was going to do a screenshot and show it in the group. Yeah, you won't get a picture of me in a minute. It's not going to happen often. Right, here we go. Okay, what do you think? After the Paulaner, it's not what the race is.
Okay, you still are getting that banana taste. It's a little bit bitter on the aftertaste, I'm finding. It's not quite so creamy. It doesn't taste as a fuller mouthful, does it? It's thinner.
It lacks depth, yeah. It lacks a lot of depth. I've always said that about that. I haven't tried one for a long time, have we?
Yeah, I don't find it horrible or anything. It just feels a little bit.
There's worse, isn't there? Yeah. Right. This we were drinking on draft in Hamburg. Yeah. Haven't been fortunate enough to get it in England ever, have we? Never been in the right place with this.
No, we haven't.
Different. Oh, great. Thanks. Probably drank about 3 dog hairs then. Different gravy. Straight away. So if I'm going along here now, that is the best out of the 3. It's full of fruit, it's complex, it's smooth, it's creamy, it's an absolutely lovely mouthful.
Deeper and richer, isn't it, in taste?
You wouldn't think it's like 0.% less than Paulaner and 0.% more.
It's a bit drier than Paulaner.
Yeah, that's lovely.
I'm finding.
Yeah, that's top drawer. Right. Here we go to the one that started it off. Be careful with that glass. I love that glass.
Careful with that.
That's the one that started it off, the Weissbier thing, wasn't it? And it was, because it was that actually stole it for me. Yeah,
it's the rich, ripe banana that is really, really prominent in there.
Yeah, but it's following that. It's following a big...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason here. Although, if you change the thing around, I would go like that. It's just, I've always been a Frankie fan, hence why I named the bar. The fan's kind of in. It never disappoints, even in the bottle. Yeah, I know there is some differences with the keg, especially as it goes on. I get that bit. But this little beauty, the last time we were drinking this, and it's been a while for this, isn't it? We did think this was like, actually, you can go first. There's no hairs, I checked. We did think this was kind of like Frankie Royal.
A little bit sweeter, maybe.
If I was going on it now, I'd say Frankie 1, Weissbier 2, Paulaner 3, Snyder 4, Erdinger 5. That's how I do it. I don't know. I'll go again.
Yeah.
And keep messing around as we chat.
I find it hard to rate these against each other because they are really good drinks.
The Erdinger's not. No, that's a lie.
The Erdinger
is weak.
Yeah. It's a little bit sweeter, I'm finding, than the other ones.
Yeah.
Francis kind of has, for me, the most predominant fruit taste.
Most predominant banana.
Yeah.
Whereas the Weissbier's got more of it's a lovely fruity taste.
Yeah.
It's like it's got different stuff.
Yeah.
In it. The Erdinger just wasn't at the races, was it, if I'm honest?
Yeah, lots of
Chap 7 is a cracker, mate, in its own right.
Coming through as a favourite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not. You got to remember when we're trying this, you're doing 5 in a row. You're going to get different things. Sometimes they bounce off you. Sometimes.
So, is anyone else enjoying a beer in this lovely sunshine? Because, well, hopefully you've got sunshine as well. We're quite. Hi, Stacey. We're quite bright.
Good evening, Stacey. Good to see you, mate.
Warm, to be honest.
I don't know why you had that jacket on. I've got the sleeves rolled up. Cold-hearted. That's about all, isn't it? But yeah, the Snyder. Well, I mean, the good thing is now, if you think back in time, it wasn't that long ago. You could only get Frankie in Erdinger in the supermarket. I find it more balanced over here. It's a fair shout, mate. It's a lovely drink, isn't it? Yeah, trying to pull that in again. It was the Erdinger was not on the races. You know, on a different day, you could change sometimes if you'd done them a different way round. That makes sense. Paulano. Paulano I used to be so into. I said that quietly, you get banned from the group. Yeah, that's just not. They're just not at the races. That
it's very good, yeah.
It's spot on, but then sometimes, as I say, you do change. It's not the best way to do it, but it's just for a bit of fun, isn't it? On the first try, I love the Erdinger. The last few bottles I had, it was very bland compared to the others. Maybe a bad batch. I'd like to say that, Mark, but that would mean I'd be saying that I've had quite a few bad batches.
I think the more you experiment with this style of beer, the more that you realise there is some really, really great Weizen beer. So I think maybe that's when you start comparing them and you find that one lacking a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, Charlotte.
El Corvo, for me, Snyder was Weissbier, Frank's Garner, Paulana, Erdinger, last by a distance. The other 4 are fairly close.
Yeah,
that's a good shout, mate.
That really is. I'm feeling quite similar about that.
Although mixed around a little bit, but they're your top 3. There's no way that's not true, is it? The Paulana's not following on well. The Paulana actually tasted all right the first time.
Yeah.
And then you had the Erdinger, which was just rubbish, wasn't it? Obviously, in my opinion. Good evening, Mrs. B. RG Box got a bottle of Snyder Weissbier at 6%. Yeah, that's a cracker, that. I remember reviewing that. Yes, at the Snyder's Oktoberfest in Munich.
Yeah.
Maybe I had a good batch. If I'm honest, mate, Erdinger just don't do it for me. I mean, for a lot of people, they do like it. It sells well.
What's the one that I really enjoyed? Erdinger.
Oh, the Erdinger, the Erwes, and also the Erdinger Oktoberfest, but not last year, the year before. Last year wasn't as good.
So it's the year before.
The year before.
Yeah, I remember that being very good.
The Erdinger Erwes is a completely different level to that. I mean, that beer's poor, isn't it? That's rough. It's
Don't you knock that can?
It's very rough. But this beer's quality. This is an absolute belter of a beer, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Snyder's is one. You'd love it to come out on a perfect draft, wouldn't you? Erdinger doesn't cut the mustard with me, but the Oktoberfest is good.
Yeah.
It's good gravy, yeah. Totally different. The Erdinger red. Red fuzz is significant. Yeah, significantly better, I agree. Yeah. That's the one. Erwes, it's called.
Yeah, that's the one that I didn't mind.
On the Heineken today. Good to see you, Jimmy.
Yep, can't wait. Be a bit of Heineken when it's sunny.
Yes, Heineken's
nice,
good.
Nice and cold.
The good old rabbit, yeah. As RG's saying as well, Erwes is different gravy. It is, yeah, in the white bottle top, isn't it? Well, it's just not nice, is it?
It's not horrible either. It's just a bit bland.
You have these 2, and I'll have these 2. No, I'll have these 2. You have them 2, and we'll share that one. That's a fair deal, isn't it?
Yeah, fair for you.
You like Paulana?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm not fussy usually.
Yeah, see? Clever me, people, you see?
I won't let beer go to waste. If I can possibly help it.
Anyway, in case I didn't mention it, anyone new in the chat, I have a catch up with Dan today. We did a Zoom video call.
Yeah. And
tomorrow afternoon, the video that we made together will be shared on www.perfectdraft.com.
It was his moment. He did say that I could join in if I wanted to, but I was busy running around. So I don't know what was said yet. So I'm looking forward to what
I didn't say she could join in.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. It was me and Dan. It was a men's thing. Right, Jimmy. I think Heineken's all right for what it is. Best out of a bad bunch, probably. Yeah, that's a fair comment. I'll tell you what.
It goes down all right if you've got a nice clean pint. It's really, really cold and the sun's shining.
We've had some of the best pints of Heineken abroad.
Yeah.
I'm no word of a lie. The time we had it in Vietnam a few years ago.
City,
yeah.
And we went to their museum thing. That was absolutely
unreal.
Spanky. It was beautiful pint.
Chocolate munch. I'll be on the Stella Unfiltered later. Funny enough, I finished mine last night, so I didn't have a beer to pour with Dan. I have to drive somewhere shortly, so I have to wait. But I can have some refreshment. Yeah, that's fair enough. Stella Unfiltered, absolute.
I love it.
Banging keg.
I love it. Yeah.
I think that keg. Funny enough, I was saying to someone last night, it's top 10.
You're totally right there, Mark. Thanks for joining us.
Even Mark, good to see you for that. Even poor Michelle, hard to beat tap 7. But it's quite torn with your lineup there.
It is.
I'd die on this bridge, proper Heineken in the sun. Yeah. Yeah, it's Heineken, you know. Heineken was good on the other machine, as I decided I call it now. I call them the others, which was quite funny today. We're having a bit of a laugh about that, which is the whole idea of everything, isn't it? It's like, it's all good. It's all in good fun. It's got to be Dutch brewed Heineken. Get the 6-pack 330ml cans, and that is the Dutch brewed. Yeah,
it does make a difference, actually. Yeah, the one that's from the UK is no good.
Yeah, no. It's like, look at what you call it on the others. The 4.1 bloody Amstel.
Yeah.
And then you go on your sub and you get your 5%. It's like, wow, that's the difference.
The sun's gone in again now.
The sun's gone in, yeah.
I stopped taking my jacket off.
I don't notice. Finger slipped. I did mean on the sub. Yeah, I got it, mate. Oh, yeah, I get it. Sorry, mate. Do you know what I thought he meant? He was somewhere in the sun. I get it now. Because when I read it so quick, I thought he meant, Heineken in the sun. He's on the bridge somewhere drinking a pint of Heineken. I thought it was on holiday. Oh, God. There's no help for me, is there? At least I'm honest. No. I make silly mistakes. Had the West Bengal tap coming from offshore into Hafal, Israel after 6 weeks at sea. The Lord's nectar. Oh, God, I bet it was, fella. Yeah. Jesus, yeah, that would be some drink in it. It's,
definitely.
It's like, I've always been a Frankie fan. As I say, anyone that knows me for any length of time knows I'm absolutely mad on the stuff.
Even James,
good to see you, fella.
Oh, yeah.
Sat in the garden with a pint of spat. Do you know, I nearly loaded that up today, but I chose another Hogarth.
I do enjoy that.
I do love a spat. We did it recently, the beer and the difference, wasn't it? With the bottle and the can and the keg was surreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, honestly, it was like 3 different drinks. And I remember when everyone was buying all them Spaten bottles from the bottle was nice, but it was nothing like the keg. The can was not nice, was it?
Not compared to the other two, no.
It wasn't even close. It was like, Jesus, hold on a minute, you know what I mean? It's like, woo. So, and Saturday we're live as well. We got Barry from all the Beer No Idea coming on. And I've told him to behave, no swearing, and just be like me.
2-year birthday Saturday.
Yep, 2 years. You've been lumbered with us on YouTube. I wish, Paul. I miss that. I wish, Paul. I've done enough grass this year to enjoy a couple of days in the sun at least. Fair comment, mate. I've done a few side by side. So it's Chuck and Munch on the 440ml UK Heineken versus Dutch brew. The differences there might be a video for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle.
Yeah, that's good.
Had a PD Hode Garden on your recommendation. Oh, I loved the Hode Garden.
What did you think of it?
Absolutely.
Because the Hode Garden for us is quite a staple. It's one of those easy drinking for the summertime. You could drink a lot of beer. It doesn't gas you out, and
Jimmy, if you're tasting lager, what are the big differences you find? There's a lot of lagers are much for much, aren't they? It's hard.
Sometimes they can be very generic tasting, and
it's
kind of really hard to pick out the differences. The ones that stand out for me are they've got a nice malty taste, maybe a little bit of zinginess for a little bit of lemon or lime, and then a nice rounded bit of bitterness at the end.
Yeah, I've got right bang into pills, you know.
Yeah.
most lagers generally trying to find the same sort of thing. Yeah, a lot of them are.
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
can
them
be
are lagers.
really hard to describe when you're reviewing as well, can't they?
It's really hard because everyone smells it, and I never got the idea of all this. You know, I'm not snorting a line. Yeah, but I'd never have done that if it weren't for watching people's YouTube videos. So obviously I thought, well, I've got to do the same thing as them. And it's like, I don't get it.
Because I'm getting a real good kind of idea in my mind what I'm going to be tasting when I put it in my mouth.
Yeah, my first Chipper PD keg going in tomorrow. Can't wait. Been over 10 years since I was in Brussels and had my last glass of that. Yeah, Chipper weren't a favourite of us. It's not drinkable, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
If you remember, I did the re-review because everyone asked. And the only thing I found, in my opinion, there was so much better.
Yep, you've hit the nail on the head there because I know exactly what you're talking about. When you say kind of that skunky taste, I kind of call it soapy, but
yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. And the metallic taste, it puts me off drinking out of cans a lot of the time because I find that also causes it.
Oh, yeah, but
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That metallic taste, that kind of nasty taste that gets left in your mouth. And rather than wanting some more, you're like, give me something to get rid of it. Yeah. They can really well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's with everything.
Frankie on tap in Burris, the Trump there 2 years ago. Fantastic beer and a tremendous old boozer. Yeah, I love Frankie on tap. Only ever had it once in England, haven't we? In Southampton.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
got a cheeky Hapkin on the sub. Jupiter on my pro for the weekend. The feast will definitely, hopefully, be drenched in sun this weekend.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Hapkin, what a beer!
He loves this, but it's dangerous stuff.
It's dangerous stuff, and then of course you get addicted in it. And you get into the sweet of it, and the talk runs out, and you're like, ooh. Well, I do like that. Supernova High. It's good this evening, guys. Hope you well, lovely weather. Let's raise a glass for Tina Turner. Yep, good shout. Good shout. I did put up some things on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, I always remember Tina from as a kid because obviously my dad was banging into her and everything.
Amazing woman.
And yeah, she'd done
phenomenal
it.
Career.
Been there, got the T-shirt. El Corvo has it spot on.
Yeah.
Definitely good lagers. We have that malt backbone. Bad ones have that skunky, fake, and metallic taste. Yeah. You'd already answered, but just reading it out in case anyone didn't see it. And Ken Craig, good to see you, fella. Hope you both are well, and you too, Craig.
And you.
Craig at the bottom there, as you know. But that was interesting. Kind of. I didn't tell me anything I didn't know.
Oh, it was interesting, Steve. But it just shows that you can pick up some really great beer in your supermarket if you're not a massive drinker, because I know that some people don't drink the amounts that we do.
Well, you are not drinking much.
And they don't. They don't want to try and get through a whole keg. Maybe
they're the only drinker. Fella. Definitely for Tina Turner lady. Yeah, I think a few people. We had a few songs like "Listen to Simply the Best" and everything. Thinking back to the Chris Eubank days when I lived in Brighton, and Chris used to drive around in his Trans Am. And she was like, "Yeah, but it's not Chris." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but it brings back memories and that, doesn't it?" And obviously the Mel Gibson film was, that speaks for itself, doesn't it? But I was really impressed. I only had one talk with it so far. That Lagoon is a quite colour. La Lagoon, yeah, I know what you mean. It's currently occupying the sub-chamber at the moment. Lagunas.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it myself. Same as Paul, my dad played her records loads, loads of memories of Saturday Sabre with music. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's such a shame when anyone goes, I always think to myself, and I do it every time someone dies. I always start playing Paul McCartney songs and everything, because obviously, unfortunately for my mum and dad, the Beatles split up, I popped out. And everything. They're having a bad. What do you mean they're having a bad time? It's the joy of their life. I came in December of that year, and wow, what can we say? As four legends split up, one is born.
You can put it that way.
I could have you described as a legend by a very important person today. I need to say no more. But no, it does, and it brings you. I mean, look how old Sir Paul is now. It scares you. I've spoke about this with people on here before, like your Sir Paul McCartney, Sir David Jason. It's not good. I mainly drink Guinness or ale in the pub. I only drink lager at home, basically because it's cheaper. Yeah, that's a fair shout, mate. Yeah, I get that. But that's the thing with these supermarket beers. It's not. Hold on a minute, miss that. Lagunas is a quality West Coast IPA on the sub.
Like it. I enjoy it.
That's it.
I do enjoy it.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Matt. Good to see you.
Al.
Welcome, mate. Hi, Paul. Michelle. Always watch your videos. First time commenting. Yeah, good to see you, fella. Don't be shy here, mate. We're all right. We're not. I'm not as bad as what she says, honestly. But no, we just come on here and do a live just to say hello and that, rather than just sat there doing a video that's going to go on for about. If you were reviewing these together,
God, it's going to go on for about 20 minutes.
easy, 25 minutes, and no one's going to watch it. So you're like, no point, is there? It's just gone on too long. There's so many times we've done like 3 and 4 offs, and they're still on my computer, and it's like, never mind, they can stay there, innit? But yeah, I do. As I say, I do get that with a cheap thing, but that's with these. The element that for a wheat beer for 500 mils, it's not too bad. Oh, evening, Paul. Michelle. Evening, Luke.
Evening, mate.
And that's nice, Luke, not horrible, Luke. In case he's still in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Even Paul just had me. I can never pronounce that name, but yeah, that's an absolute beauty, isn't it? I'll check for him.
Oh, now Anna taught me the pronunciation of this, and I'm not even sure if I'm right. It's Star.
No, it's Star. No, but I called it Strap, and I don't know why. A long time ago.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to attempt it. My pronunciation is just rubbish.
So, anyone just joined? I done my. You're laughing at me, Paul. I done my. She's laughing at me. Well, I haven't mentioned it much, have I?
You were actually nervous before you.
I wasn't nervous. I done my interview with. Well, not my interview, my Zoom call with Perfect Draft team today. It went really well, and it'll be shared on their website. So when you go and buy your Perfect Draft kegs at the weekend, hopefully lots of you do. There's my mugshot on the front. No, I'm with you on the front, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, still my limelight again.
Dan invited me.
Yeah. He felt guilty. That's what it was, isn't it? But no, I'm on there. Where I go on there Friday, because it was only meant to be for a day, but I'm on there till Monday. So I thought that was really nice of him, wasn't it? Yeah. You know what'll happen at the weekend? The Perfect Draft pick sales will go down. They'll be like, he's on the front. Everything's gone down. They'll be like, the takings have gone all down at the weekend. It's like, oh, God, the building need, wouldn't it? Yeah, they'll probably go higher.
Is it this one that everyone has been drinking Weissbier?
No, there's an unfiltered version of it.
Was it unfiltered?
Yeah.
Is that something? Yeah, that's something. I've not tried that, have I?
Yeah, God, you've drank that. You've drank it. It's well old. It's an old school beer. Years old.
I've tried so many different ones. I can't even remember half
Yeah,
them
you struggle remembering your name sometimes, don't you?
Oh, that's old age.
Yeah. Well, you speak for yourself. I'm approaching the prime, me people. I don't worry about this one. She's very funny tonight, isn't you? But no, ESB is still my favourite beer. Hold on. I'll splash out on a few bottles if I choose. Yeah, I'll get that. Strap in Wallstein and come back. 3 foot down. There. You're talking of a deal there. And some of them are bigger bottles, aren't they?
This was a lot of the point. This is what I was trying to get out earlier, and you spoke over me, so I just gave in.
Well, anyway, what's I say? Right, what was that?
This was a lot of the point of doing this, that you've got to have a look in your supermarkets, because you can grab some great beers there, and when they have them on deal, they can be quite well priced.
I know it's gone up from £5 to $5.50, but obviously with inflation. But Krombacher is an absolute stunning pill, isn't it?
And Wallstein is not too bad either. They've got the deals on.
You have to. I mean, a lot of the time with Asda, obviously you get the buy 3, get 1 free, the same with Morrison's. You've got to pick out your beers and then make sure that your fourth beer isn't a £1.80 one or something.
And people, if you are putting them beers out from a lower shelf, from right at the back, check the date on them. Because in Sainsbury's, like we were saying earlier, they were out of date, and by quite a long while as well.
Yeah, they were.
So really do check that.
I should have bought them and then complained and got them for free.
I mean, you could think like
I
that.
had two sliders for free.
Yeah, I doubt there's anything wrong with them, but I don't see that they should sell them at full price when they're out of date.
No, when you're talking about free beers, and like I say, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're all 660 ml. I might be wrong, Luke, but.
Oh, what was that we saw that we weren't doing? It was the triple. How do you pronounce it? The big bottle, triple.
Triple Carmack.
Yeah.
TK.
Yeah.
As we call it.
That looked interesting, but we weren't doing. that
No.
style, so we didn't grab it.
It was a 750ml bottle. I think it was about £7 or something. But,
It looked like a
TK is
almost
quality.
like a bottle of champagne, didn't it?
That's a night I spent in here on my own. I drank a keg of that and I thought I was clever.
Read it the next day.
We done a review, didn't we? And then did we do a review on a face-off or something? There was about almost 9 pints of it. We worked out. It was something like that. Oh, was I bad the next day? Jesus. And people told me you don't get a hangover on that. And then the hangover, it almost killed me. I had about a 2-day hangover on that.
He doesn't often get hangovers, but when he does, it's like, oh, he's dying.
Listen, I'm trimming the lawn today, people. No word of a lie, right?
Dying.
No word of a lie. And I'm going around with a strimmer. And then the next thing I know, bang, this boulder smashes into my leg. Yeah, caused an explosion of blood. I thought she'd shot me out the window. I'm like, and my daughter's on the computer doing her work. Laughing. I'm nearly on the floor.
He has a plaster about this big on his leg.
Oh,
so literally, this tiny little stone has hit him in the leg. He's having the right thing about it.
Yeah, Les, good evening, mate. Well, what we did earlier was just a little mess about.
I'll put them up to the camera. So we started with
Colorado, and then we went on the dodgy one, the weakest link, and that definitely is.
I think
the Weissbier. Yeah, I don't know that right. Hold on, I'm going to miss the things.
Yeah,
and the Frankie and the Snyders.
Yeah.
Some great beers picked by the folks commenting on them here tonight. Don't get swayed away by the beer balls. Your taste buds are yours, and if it's good to you, that's grand. Yep.
That is it. That is my whole point. I can't stress that enough. If you like it, and it's something you enjoy drinking, then you drink that. Don't let anyone put you off.
Yeah, that's it. Chapel lunch. I don't mind a pint of Star, but I can't do it in that Tesco deal with 600 bottles of green, so the beer is always skunked.
Oh, handy tip to
know. Just back from Spain, said Luke. Brought us a load of San Miguel and Estrella. The proper versions, the 5.4.
It's different grades out there, mate. It really is. Much
easier. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Jason's in. Good evening, Jason.
Hiya, Jason.
Yeah, good man. One of our guys in the beer group. Been around with us for ages now, and he's still here. A load of them suckers off. He's still here with us.
You're loyal troops. Thank you.
But no, it's it's all personal preference, isn't it? If we all like the same beer, you'd have one beer.
I never ever get this thing where people go, oh, how can you like that, or how can you not like that? It's personal.
I got it last night, didn't I?
You like what you like.
I put a picture of me with a bottle of Corona.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for
in a beer group. Evening, Sad. Good to see you, fella. I put a picture of me with a bottle of Corona, and someone put a dislikes to, or was it evil? What was it?
It was an angry face.
An angry face.
I was laughing at that.
I said, it can't be my face. It must be the Corona. You don't like. I don't know. I said, maybe it's a closet fan. I don't know. You get over it and you move on, don't you?
I thought that was hilarious.
No, I didn't even see it till you said. I thought, cheeky girl, I was going to ban him from the group. You know, it's like it must have been about. It must not. Could have been me. It's obvious.
He might have hit the wrong emoji because I've done that before. It's something sad, and I want to convey that I feel sorry for the person. Let's put a laughing face on. No. Why did you do that?
Why did you feel sorry?
So I have to quickly change it.
No, Corona does divide attention, doesn't it? And I get that. Do you know what I mean? I'm a huge Corona fan. Hi, Lucy. I can see you coming through Facebook. Lucy. Good to see you, mate. But yeah, I get that with Corona, and it divides a huge thing and everything. But like, that's my opinion. I like Corona long before it was anywhere near the perfect draft.
Says...
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, yes, the Spanish beers at Spain are class. Yeah. 4 cans for $5.50. You can't knock that for the Spanish one.
So it's different. Much better.
It's different grade, isn't it? I mean, we're away next time. And when we go to Gibraltar, it's not for ages. I don't think it's till October.
Drinking in Gibraltar, I love Gibraltar because it is.
Yeah, but Gibraltar, the beer's rubbish.
The beer's absolutely terrible.
There's nothing any good there.
We walk over into La Linea.
No, we stay over La Linea now. And
if we're staying in Gibraltar.
We were going to stay in Gibraltar, but it's cheaper to stay in La Linea. Spanish beer there.
It's so much better.
Just from the supermarket, it's like just walk along the beach and it's like, like the Cruise Campo. It's all different gravy to what you get in here. Have you brought any kegs from Asda? No, our local one don't do them, unfortunately. I've got quite a lot of kegs. Obviously, winning the competition came with a small cost. I'm not going to go into that because.
Yeah.
Anyway, I noticed in Spain the supermarkets over there are much cheaper than it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Miles to go.
A 6-pack of San Miguel for €2.50. Jesus.
Oh, you think of that Grand Reserve one with
I even got the glass.
and it was so cheap. It was
You know, the Grand Reserve, it's about 6.6%.
with the glass included.
You got 6 beers in a glass for about €5.
Yeah,
and I love that glass.
It's
the best keg, isn't it? That's the best keg on the sub, that one.
Yeah, very good.
A real good one, that, wasn't it? But yeah, I don't know, we get kind of mugged off all the time here, don't we?
And what we've been noticing more and more, that you guys that live further up the country, you get better selections in your pubs.
Yeah, better selections in the pubs. We get done up down south, mate.
We get done up with the
excuse me, but
Foster's and Kronenberg original.
Unless you're going to London. If you're going to London here, obviously.
And then you pay a massive premium price.
Yeah, but that's London, isn't it? It's a London thing. It's our country. It's our capital. You know? What do people talk about? London. Yeah, I know, but that's... You're not forced to pay it. You choose to.
I don't pay it. You do.
Oh, very good. Very good. I must buy a Coke next time in London.
God, I would never visit there again if I had to pay for the beer if we went out.
Wow.
That's so destroying, paying like £7 for a pint.
Yeah, but you still sting me on it. Oh, yeah, I was like, price of that. Lidl supermarkets, Belgium, Lordy, the choice and quality for the price. Treated fantastic. Yeah. Same as when we were in Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Everyone said, you go all to Germany just to go to a Lidl. And I said, yeah, I do. That's my holiday. It's my prerogative. I love walking around there, didn't I?
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with you. Going on to what Jimmy said here, because recently we did a multiple review, and it is a little bit definitely out of your comfort zone, but for me a little bit out of my comfort zone as well, because I don't really drink bitter and the likes of, do I?
Yeah, no, we did a 4 off, and Jimmy. If you check back, it was totally nothing
really
I would drink.
It's
nearly £6 a pint in Liverpool, you see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So it was Leeds. Leeds was £6 a pint. But yeah, no. John sent us down this package of things because I said I wanted to do a review of that. Of something totally different.
Yeah.
And obviously we met John in person.
Absolutely cracking guy, lovely guy. It's really great to speak to him.
Yeah, we did, and obviously for me, it was really hard to talk about it, but you kind of took the lead there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I'm more adventurous than Paul anyway, and I really like to get stuck in.
Wow, you heard it. I'm more adventurous.
But yeah, they were very good. I enjoyed them.
£6 a pint is steep, yeah. But it was Leeds. Leeds was £6.50 a pint last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that's brilliant. Well, we're definitely going to try and do something. And I know I said this last year and I didn't happen, but we're definitely going to try and do something in the van. And we're going to do maybe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We're probably off away on Sunday because Litland's having a break from school. So we're going to take him to South Wales for a few days, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which is...
see the Tiny
Rebel. I might go and badger Tiny Rebel, see if I can get any information about what kegs are coming out. I will try. Yeah, it's still the Frankie for me.
Yeah, you can tell that. Look how it's gone down.
There's just something about it, you know. Funny enough, I was talking about Royal. And how I got into Frankie Royal was a really mad story because I'm not a tight bastard, but if I could save a few quid, don't you dare look at me like this. See that look she just gave me? Well, what it was, I was writing to Frankie. I didn't even know what Frankie Royal was. And I remember Frankie Royal coming on short day on the Perfect Draft. So it was like, my order of 4 kegs was going to be like, or 3 kegs. I think it was 4 kegs at the time, not 3. So I got that wrong when I quoted that earlier. It would have been 4 kegs. But that meant on that order of 4 kegs, it was short day. I was saving about 50 quid or something. And I thought, lovely, jubbly. It's the same brand.
That's a bit of this.
You know, what can go wrong? And I remember the first pint of it, I tried and I thought, Jesus Christ, what have I done? And I thought, no, I didn't want to tell you. You weren't even there when I drank the first bit. And I thought, oh my Jesus. That's when it was down in the garage when I drank the first Royal. The machine was in the garage.
In the garage, and then you used to walk them out.
Yeah, and I used to walk them up to the house. So we were sitting outside here before we even had a bar in.
Yeah,
there was no bar in. We just had a patio and chairs. And I remember down there drinking it thinking, shit, what have I done? I can't tell her. I've just bought 4 kegs, you know. That was like, you know, 100 odd quid or whatever, even on the No,
the back of his mind, he
quid.
thinks, I know what she's drinking.
No, but we only had one perfect draft back in them days, and we didn't have a barrel load of beers everywhere.
Yeah, no,
There'd be a couple of bottles in the fridge or something, not like it is now. And you kind of had the kegs that you had, and that was it. You didn't have any extras. And I remember thinking, like, oh my God, you know. And I kept drinking a pint. I thought, well, I'm going to have to persist with this because we've got like 42 pints. And then I remember getting like about 3/4 of the way through the pint and thinking,
and then it grabbed you.
wow.
It is one of those drinks
And that was it.
that, yeah, when you first taste it, because I've had people say to me, but I really don't get on with it. I said, drink the first pint.
Yeah.
It will grab you, and it does.
606, sure as half Oxford. That's the city centre, and people visiting over the weekend will pay it. Spirits cost even more.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Life's changed. And it's changed for the worse, isn't it? Why are you shaking your head at me? Hi, Paul. Hi, Mark. Good to see you, mate. How's the wife? Okay. Oh, the boss, I should say.
Indeed.
Being Joe. But yeah, good to see you, mate. I like all styles of beer, but it's also very expensive. I don't like sours, but I don't even consider the beer. Now, that's an interesting one,
Yeah,
sours.
that really is a very good point.
We're quite into them, well, some of them.
Yeah.
This is where it gets tricky, but some of the prices of them are just wayward.
They're crazy prices, some of them. And they're not actually sour beers, as I would define a sour beer,
But
which is like sour in the mouth. But yeah, it has the feel of a beer. Some of them are like fruit smoothies.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. I do love a sour beer. The worst thing with a sour beer is, like, when it's a sour, as I say, did you hear anything about potential PD meetup? Oh, do you know what? I didn't get him about that one, but he's definitely going to do things, mate. Yeah, the London one was not good.
And you actually researched this, didn't you?
We researched, so I've got all the details from our main Facebook group. What's going to happen, though, is there's a chance that I'll do something down in somewhere in London for a lot of us here, but then I also want to attend the North ones because there's a lot of people that I've spoke to for like 3-4 years, and I've never met in face, isn't it? So I don't know, in person and that, but Dan is jugging around with things. I didn't actually mention that. I meant to mention. It's a good point. That I can't badger the poor bloke anymore anyway, because, and it's a bit of good news, but it might not happen, but it might happen.
Are you going to give the game away?
Oh, you never know. Yeah, is this my call?
No,
Fran's kind of killer could well be coming to our machines.
Absolutely.
Fran's kind of killer, which is a 5.2% Keller beer, unfiltered, unpasteurised. It is a beauty. There's a chance, let's just say.
If you like Stella unfiltered.
If you like Stella unfiltered,
you are going to be blown away by that. And if you don't like Stella unfiltered, you will like the Keller anyway. Yeah,
no, definitely chuck them on. So I will, mate. I'll keep everyone informed. As I say, but I didn't mention that to him today. But as I say, Dan's idea originally, as you know from the groups, was to all meet up in London, but everyone just spat their dummies out, and it just got a bit messy.
But it's not about people spitting their dummies out. Predominantly,
I do get it.
A lot of perfect draft owners
a lot more
further up the country. So why are they going to want to all travel down to London
to get ripped off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Frankie Keller is a beauty. You know it, mate.
It is a personal favourite of mine. I absolutely
Michelle rated it 10 out of 10 twice.
Even when we're over in Germany, and I've got so much choice, I still go for the Keller, don't I? Because I just find it so drinkable. It's so refreshing.
Well, I told Dan that today. I said, Michelle will pick that over Royal.
Yeah.
For the principle, sometimes I have a bottle of Royal and it's even a bottle, and I don't even like the bottle. The bottle's nothing compared to the keg.
There is so much great Bavarian beer.
Yeah, by the way, Gareth received these bottle tops on me today. Anyone else got any more to send him?
Oh,
good shout, RG. Good shout. It's Gareth that I'm going to
go and see
at the weekend. Because Gareth came here because I don't know if a lot of you know.
Yeah, you don't need to go.
Yeah, I don't need to go there. I was upset about something.
Something nasty happened, and it was really upsetting.
Me and him got really drunk on a video call.
And he said, "I'll come and see you."
And he said, "I'll come and see you tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, mate, you're going to drive 4 hours." Yeah. And he turned up, a man to his word. Absolute lovely legend at work at the moment, so he's a bit moody. But yeah, hopefully on Sunday I'm going to go up there and see him. But yeah, no, that's brilliant, RG. Okay, that's why I said you can stick the bottle tops. I'm not sticking the bloody bottle tops in his bar. Love the hacker wears. Yeah, I love the hacker killer as well, mate. But we've done them again. We faced them off, and obviously it's all personal opinion. But for me, I'm a huge hacker fan as well, as you know. I hate liking hacker because I call them the others, you know, and that's how it is. Yeah. And I love hacker, especially the Weissbier. I can't help myself. That's how it is. But the killer was blown away, wasn't it, by the Frankie one? The hacker killer
is very good in its own right, but the France kind of
just didn't bounce off it, did it?
Better for me.
Yeah, that's just our opinion. But if we could have that coming through our draft beer pumps, would be legendary, because apart from on 5 litre kegs that I haven't seen for ages, I've never seen from anyone doing a killer beer. So they're breaking ground again. But we'll see. It's gone off.
If they could do it.
But it can be done.
Be a happy lady. Because one of my other personal favourites was Francie kind of Dunkel. And when that went, I have to tell you, I was absolutely devastated. I love that rich, dark flavour. And yeah, it went.
Yeah, no, Conrad did say, didn't he, at the time?
Yeah, no.
That was the Dunkel. I know a lot of people wanted it back, and I get that. You know, a lot of people, funny enough, as I spoke to them when I spoke to them today, and I said about the Virgin, La Virgin, and that. It's all about sales. It's a business, isn't it? It's just not, our beer groups are not the be all and end all.
Yeah, the only time I get the first kind of killer is
but the hacker
when it gets the
World Germany. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. I'll get the I've got my last bottle, and that's it.
Is it?
Until I do an order of Marcus, which I can't do because I don't put it anywhere. But yeah, they're both crackers. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's no right and wrong about either of them, which is what it's all about, isn't it? It's like, but to have that, to you know, like to pour that, like to get Frankie back was a dream come true. Obviously, the Royal, I mean, the King, as we call it, to pour a killer beer. Because it's gone on so long now, and you think, it's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen. And a lot of people don't know what killer beers are, or don't know what matters. But the difference with the PD now, I'm finding a lot of people, although a lot of them want like your Camdens and that, and I get that, your Camdens are your big sellers, but you also want some things that you can't get. They're exclusive to the machine.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
you don't just want supermarket beers that the masses know about. You want
them premium beers, them, you know. I mean,
which was a lot of the reason for us getting machines.
Yeah, in the first place, because you couldn't get any of it in the supermarket that was on the machine. I know the way to go, and I get that, you know, with the supermarket thing, because that's what people want, that's what sells.
Because at the end of the day, it's a business, and they are going to go with what makes them money. Any business would. Yeah.
To have something exclusive, even if it was a one-off brew. I mean, Dan got the Snyder's
or a seasonal release.
Yeah, seasonal release, one-off brew. Who knows? And talking to Snyder's, there might be some more Snyder's coming through from overseas.
Which would be really good, because we missed out.
Time. And hopefully I'll get told first, because I missed out because we was away.
In hospital, and obviously, I couldn't
log in. I couldn't log into my account.
He can get into his account.
So that was how it was.
Yeah.
It was one of them things. But, as I say, who knows? 3 months from now, we could be sat here reviewing the killer beer on a draft machine. I'll love my Pro more than ever then. If I don't love it enough already, and it comes on that, imagine that. You could have Frankie in one, Frankie Raw on another, and Frankie Keller. It's like...
what a triple.
Yeah, I don't think, obviously, in my opinion, you're going to get a triple that beats that.
No, I don't think so.
I don't. Please, Snyder's missed that. Has got the machine after it's sold out. Yeah. Watch for Dan's updates, because obviously he mentioned you'll see the video tomorrow. Well, hopefully you'll watch the video tomorrow. Any date approximately for Cider? See Dan saying he tried to get it. I haven't got any date, mate.
It's not even definite.
It wasn't definite, but he said, I'll try, and if I can get some, there'll be some spittering soon. But he did also state that it'll be really limited, because he said the problem is...
Everyone will be sat there waiting. It's going to be a scrabble at the keyboard, isn't it?
We had our allowance already. You see, there were so many that went. When it was done, there was only it was a limited release to ensure that not what happened before here when it was all released for us. So there were so many for Germany, so many for Belgium, whatever. I don't know, France, Germany. We've had ours, but apparently we're going to get some of theirs, hopefully. But it will be strictly thing that would interest me in buying a PD. Not got one or have one. No, no, mate. I know there's some distinctive guys. Oh, mate, honestly, Snyder's is lovely in the bottle, but Jesus, mate, that keg's different gravy. It really is.
Very, very
I haven't missed anyone, have I? I got Laura tonight. Let's check her yet. There we go. I'll try and if I do miss any comment, I do apologise, honestly.
I'm glad to see that people are with me on this. Because I know that not everyone is going to share the same opinion, the same taste as me.
We understand,
but it's really nice to see that other people really do enjoy it as well.
I'll be understand what happens tonight. Definitely, mate. I've got to have that this time. I was absolutely gutted. I pleaded with them in emails and everything. I was saying, "No, can you please get me a keg from somewhere? I need to review. It's really important, and I'll buy another keg, and you could just take it off the thing and just have none."
That, because the Keller beer is so hard to get hold of in England, I'd love it to be readily available for other people to actually experience it and enjoy it.
Well, how many Keller beers do you find in the shops? You don't. Obviously, your bottle shops that get them over from Germany, but in your standard supermarkets.
People who have been fortunate enough to go to Munich and try it.
Well, remember, you got Marcus. Don't forget Redneck's Barn. If you want Keller beer in bottles,
good guy.
Marcus is an absolute diamond. Remember, you can mix and match. His website's back me
we
off.
Personally vouch for him.
Snyder's got 3 kicks. Yeah, thanks, saving them for the summer. Thanks for that, mate. No, but as I say, there should be a few for you, hopefully very soon. As I say, I couldn't get anything about the new keg or kegs, as some people are saying. I did try. You can see on the video tomorrow. He does give a hint, but I will not give you that hint now. You can watch it tomorrow. Get that. And it's not on my YouTube channel, so it's not me. Frankie Keller would be a regular pick. Oh, mate, it would be. I just think, I said to him today about everything, and I said, literally, mate, I'll push that beer more than I did, or as much as I did Frankie Royal on the first time, because I actually believe in it.
It's the whole brewing process, the love and dedication that goes into making it, and the fact that everything is in there, nothing's filtered out. It just leads to a phenomenal tasting drink, in my opinion.
It was difficult because I absolutely love Stella Unfiltered, and if you look at the review, I found that review really difficult because, as I said, I won't lie, I won't cover everything up, and Stella Unfiltered for me is top 10 PD.
It's a good
no PD drink. Well, it's very rare. There's a PD drink get beaten by a bottle or a can. It does happen on occasions, as we found out.
It does happen, yeah.
But obviously not a lot. But it was really hard to do because I was like, oh my God. And when you're going back to Stella Unfiltered, what is normally an absolute cracking drink, it's not even close to that Keller, was it?
Yeah.
It was tough. It was a tough review. Me, yeah. No, I got that bit, mate. But yeah, hopefully, let's just say, please God, Obviously, it takes time. It's got brewed and.
He did say that he was taking it to the higher ups, the suggestions. So.
Yeah, no, talking to him offline this afternoon after we'd done the chat and everything. It's looking good, let's just say, but. He's actually, in case you give you like, he's a chop for the Weissbier. He's called, yeah. I always get called staff anyway. I think I love to be staff. It's the first time in my life I've actually.
They don't pay us. We're appreciated with them, but they don't pay.
No, I actually love to work with Dad because it's the first time I've actually spoke to him like that. Obviously, we chat. We used to chat for email and we chat on messages every day because I badger him about something or another.
Yeah, I do badger him. I said, leave the poor guy alone.
I do try to leave him alone, but we just got on really well. Do you know, it was like you knew someone and that, and luckily he hasn't got anything out. I didn't swear. I wasn't stupid.
I've warned him.
Don't swear. And there were certain words.
Swear, and remember not to say silly words. Be politically correct. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, it went really well. I say, you see all the bar. I actually tidied the bar for him. And it took me bloody hours.
I wish he would tidy up indoors the way he tidied out here when he knew he was doing that chat.
Yeah, it's different.
Exactly like Molly Maid, Miss Mock.
Oh, Miss Mott was I? Oh, I did it. You know, it's a
It
different
just
level.
proves he can do it when he wants to.
Took hours. The worst thing is, I had to move all the bloody junk in the metal shed down there that was hanging around here. Now I can't find anything down there. When I was trying to find my thing, the blind thing, so I did a blind corona test yesterday that I thought it was work. I'll share it at some point anyway, but that went wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong, but it was.
It's not always
cleaned
as
up.
easy to do things as what you think that it is.
Yeah, no, but I thought.
Mm.
And I got it right, but I didn't want to get it right. I wanted to get it wrong. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's not worry about that one. I'll share that one in a couple of
Way
days.
too confusing, yeah.
Yeah. That's a long story, but I had to find the blindfold thing, and it took me about half an hour to find a blindfold. Then I'd stuffed the Corona bottle above something else in the fridge, and I was like, "You pinched my bottle. What have you done with that?"
Who says this? He's not very organised and he loses things. You've pinched it. You've drunk it. Where's it gone? I'm like, if you look and tidy up, you're going to find it.
I had my camera running, no word of a lie, and I went to get a beer out of my fridge that someone had taken at one occasion. I'll mention no names.
I do feel
I was so going to share that video. I was like, I can't do the review, people. She's pinched my bloody beer for the review.
And I have to admit, Hackney Church Brew Company, there is one of your beers that Paul was desperate to review. And I got to it first and I drank it. And it was lovely. So he's going to have to buy another one so we can
I
review.
can't, it's sold out.
Oh.
And it was a limited release. Sorry, Hackney Church Brew. I would have gave you a banging review.
I enjoyed it.
The staff got there first.
Very, very nice.
Well, gentlemen, it's lovely chatting with you. I have to go. I have time for the little one now. Oh, fair play, mate. Definitely. Yeah, do my best. Yeah, that's it, mate. We've got Bazza on with us 6 till 7, and then hopefully Simo from Simo Sucks. Obviously, Bazza from All the Beer, No Idea. Most of you know Bazza. Grumpy old git.
Anyway, enjoy your evening.
Yep.
We look forward to talking to you on Saturday.
Good lad, you'll get there, kiddo. Not wrong with a normal busy gentleman moving into major health. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm
right.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I'm trying to behave myself. I said to Michelle, I must stop doing drunken videos on Facebook singing Robbie Williams. And then I said, I'm not going to mention Robbie Williams and everyone. What did I do in the video today? And I'm a huge Robbie Williams fan. It just comes out. I'm stone cold sober. I say you'll see the video if you want to watch it, obviously.
And where can they watch it?
www.perfectdraft.com, where you go and buy your kegs.
There you go.
But yeah, it was one of them things, you know. It just comes out. It was I didn't even have a beer. I was actually drinking grapefruit drink.
San Pellegrino.
San Pellegrino, you know.
I think that's how it goes.
He said, "You've even got a branded glass for that." I was like, "Well, of course I have." That was off the camera. That done his head in. He was like, and he sits there. He says a lot of times on our lives, "If you're there, Dan, bonjour." And he is also going to do one. We're going to do some beer testing together, and he promised me, and you can see it on video tomorrow, which will be good. Honestly, you absolutely bounce off him. It was so easy.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't think it would be that easy.
I can see that. I can see that he's a good lad. And
yeah.
nice to chat to.
Yeah. Well, he kept mentioning you. He kept calling you the Queen. I'm like, and Paul, but I couldn't count him out. But no, it was great. As I say, passionate about your music and beers. Yeah, it's definitely, mate. Do you know what? I took so much stick for some of my musical taste over the years. You get to my age and you're like, I don't really care, you know. People have different opinions. I get that. Yeah, some characters come with controversial things.
Well, the problem is with older generations and music that has been from the older generations, there wasn't the same way of looking at things or doing things as how we do it today. So unfortunately, you've got a lot of artists where you love their music, but you don't particularly like their behaviour of the time. So it does make it difficult. Do you not listen to their music anymore? Or can you separate the music from the artists and their behaviour? I don't know. It's a really difficult one.
Yeah, I know, but I listen to certain people, as you know, drunk, the same person you was dancing to.
Yeah,
that's when you've had a few beers.
Yeah,
but then
you can't help still enjoying the music, even though you're disgusted by the behaviour of the artist.
But then when we look at Stone Cold Sober, would you listen to that music? No. When you got a few beers.
No, because you do.
you sort of think, oh, sod it, I've had a few beers on my bar, I want to listen to what I want to listen to.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a different game in here now. You've got our youngest son that keeps making appearances. And then me and him proper argue, especially if Michelle's gone in and that. Me and him proper argue because he keeps trying to con me, baffling me out with all this rap music, and because he knows I don't know the words. So then I put on some old school stuff. Well, he doesn't even know the song, let alone the words. And he's like, well, you're cheating. I was like, well, no, it was your choice, then my choice. So he puts on this ludicrous Kanye West crap. And I love Kanye, don't get me wrong, but some of his songs, you know what I mean? Just like, no wonder they weren't released to the public. They're horrible, some of them.
I'd like a wide, different types of music. I can sit and listen to most things. So I don't get into this. You do not.
I can listen to anything. You tell me what I won't listen to.
You won't listen to a bit of country and western music.
Oh, I love a bit of Dolly Parton. Oh, how dare you?
You only know who she is.
Dolly Parton, John Denver.
One more. Go on, one more.
The Wombles. Wimbledon Common.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, of course. I love Kenny. Legend. But no, I like all sorts of music. Obviously, if you think of
Irish folk music. I love Irish folk music. You will not listen to that.
I love it. You can't beat a bit of Irish folk. I sit there,
love it.
Chill out with my pipe.
But then again, I'll sit there and listen to Eminem and
I love him.
Kanye, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Wide and.
Well, I go from John Lennon to Michael Jackson to George Michael to Robbie Williams to Kanye West.
Jake Campbell, what a voice. Yes, definitely.
Oh, love him, mate. Love him. Who is he? God, that was good, wasn't it? No, I'm Chris, evening, Chris. Good to see you, fella.
Evening, Chris.
How are we? Another fellow review. I've done a cracking review of Stella Unfiltered as well and shared the same love, Chris. They just want to show you the other day.
I know, I remember.
Yeah. Absolutely cracking review and shared the same love that we do for the beer, funny enough. So do check his channel out, anyone. Come and watching this. Let's stick him up there. There we go. But yeah. No, I'm very diverse with music.
God, I nearly wasted good beer then. I nearly spoke out laughing.
I must be missing something here. When you like someone like John Lennon to Eminem, then your musical taste is really diverse.
No, it's not diverse because you like who you like, even though the music is quite different. But you stick to the same artist. You don't.
No problem, Chris. No problem, mate. Always good to see you, mate. And do check out www.perfectdraft. I've only mentioned this a couple of times. Perfectdraft.com tomorrow, and you'll see myself on there and a video that was done today.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Onwards and upwards.
He's very proud of it.
I haven't mentioned it much, have I? Only a few times. All right,
every
maybe
15 minutes.
every 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I know, but there's different people coming in and out, you see.
That's true.
And then people watch these things back. So I'm just doing my care for everyone to make sure they don't miss out.
Yeah.
That's the sort of guy I am, if I'm honest. They did say they broke the mould when they made you. And I say, yeah, I know.
And everyone goes, oh, thank God.
That Erding doing you in, isn't it? Did you enjoy that, Erding?
It's perfectly fine to drink. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't taste horrible. It's just not up to the same level as the other drinks that are on offer.
It's still good. But I say, them 5, all right, take out the Erdinger if I'm honest. But the other 4, for supermarket beers, it's good going. The level, I mean, the tap 7 there. And the good thing with the tap 7, there's no hurry to drink that because you know.
You just get more flavour the longer
you get more. It sits there. We pulled them out the fridge a little bit before we went on, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't want to hurry them, obviously, where we were chatting and that. But as I say, rather than doing a 25-minute review that was going to bore everyone to senseless.
Yeah, we thought they would come on and give everyone a chance to have a chat. And
yeah, it's like a little catch up.
We kind of enjoy doing this, don't we?
I was like, yeah, we're on again Saturday for a few hours. I say, Barry from All the Beer, No Ideas on, then Josh, Simo Sups, and hopefully Al Spice and Easy will all be joining us. So there's some different beer reviewers coming on, haven't we?
Yeah. And
obviously, we're very well behaved, aren't we? No music, no more Kanye. Well, you never know.
Be well behaved.
You never
Try.
know with Cayenne. No, hopefully he'll say if we're going away Sunday, we can't go too messy Saturday, can we?
No. No, we'll have to give it a time limit.
Yeah. Okay. We give it a time limit. So I said to her once, I said, the thing is, we're stopping at 10 o'clock, aren't we, tonight? And she said, I know. And I said, yeah, but it's 20 past 12. And she's like, oh, well, it doesn't matter now then, does it? We've done it now. And it was like, yep, we've done it. that was funny. Well, you know me, Chris. But no, at the end of the day, what was funny? What did I do? I don't know.
It's just you in general.
Hey, Joe Pesky was a funny guy. How's the vaping going? Yeah,
Yeah, for
not so
me,
bad. Trying to cut it out soon, aren't we? But
when I don't do it during the day, I don't really think about it. The time that I miss smoking,
the folks on who stick to one beer for the session in the pub or shed myself, I'm hold on. Mate.
yeah, go on to the other one.
Sorry, carry on there. I'll read them.
Hi,
Stick to
Andrew.
one. Hi, Andrew, good evening, mate. How's my favourite two reviews? You must mean me and me.
Go on.
Right, hang on, getting back to IG. To the folks on who stick to one beer through their session in the pub or shed, etc. Myself, I'm a Weissbier tosser and love nothing better than good mixed through. Yeah, I do. The trouble is, though, with that, we found lately some just don't follow others.
Yeah, some drinks really bounce off each other and heighten the taste that you're getting, and others just do not work with each other at all.
It doesn't work. The
Yeah.
Paulana wasn't working today.
No.
Paulana, it's kind of criminal giving that thought that you are up against three big uns here, but that's what we both agreed, and a lot of people in the chat have agreed too. That's how it is. Right, Andrew, getting back to Andrew. How's my favourite Paul Ball? Thanks for the review. I really enjoyed Brewdog Lost. Yeah, you know what? That surprised us.
It wasn't bad at all.
It wasn't the greatest thing on a perfect draft. Now, Hasselroder, obviously, different level for me. But I'll tell you the mad thing. We did a review as well, didn't we, with Bex? Again, yeah, we did. I got right into the last keg of Bex, didn't I?
For a while, we were really off Pilsner style lagers. It just wasn't doing it for either of us. Yeah, we kind of left it alone for a while when we were enjoying other stuff. But lately, we've got back into the pills quite a lot. And revisiting Bex, it was actually a pleasure to drink.
Bex was
it went down lovely.
I never thought we'd be arguing over who was drinking the Bex.
Yeah. It was a real surprise,
wasn't
it?
Well, I knew I was liking it before we did the review. We'd had a few, and I kept quiet. So I was like, well, I'll tell you what, you can choose the Hertog or the Jupiter. And she's like, well, I want the Bex. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, hit or miss. I know, mate. Honestly, Chris, I've loved Bex many years ago.
And then we went off it for a while.
Went right off it. It was like,
but we weren't really drinking pills at all, though.
Yeah,
we just got into other stuff.
It was hard. The keg before the last one was hard to get through. It's only that we won't waste beer.
This time, it was just
slowed down. We were literally arguing all the time. That's Beck's Sunday vape group, if anyone's interested in joining. Yeah. But yeah, looks like I'm not a huge fan, but it actually impressed me because I didn't expect a lot. You know,
and it was better than what I expected.
Well, I did find it was more your thing after a few because I found the hoppiness kind of up the level.
It started to get more pronounced the more you went through.
Used to drink it in the early 90s. Yeah, that's it. Same as that, mate. Actually, is that late, the late 80s, maybe around that time. But yeah, I also love Beck's in the bottle. Was absolutely, obviously they've screwed with that now, haven't they?
Yeah, they've messed up.
And why they put that down to 4% was absolutely. They took the Beck's Beer away, I think, they now.
I don't know.
Which was never that clever, was it?
That was really weak, wasn't it?
Well, you got to remember, but Beck's lager is one of the best-selling lagers in Germany. If you look on different Google things,
yeah, it is. You're right.
It's Beck's or Krombacher. There's no wheat beer. Oh, this best-selling wheat beer is absolutely rubbish. Not true. I mean, out of the wheat beers, yeah, there's different things say different things, but Beck's and Krombacher are actually the best-selling two lagers in Germany, which is quite mad. A Wallstein is another one, but it's not a bad pint. That's like their Carlin, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's quite mad on that thing. But let's say that last keg of Beck's just absolutely flowed. was like, gee, I've got to buy another one. I've got to buy another Beck. I've got all these kegs in. I've got to buy another Beck's because I haven't got any, and another Hasselrider because I want to.
Yeah, we want to put them up.
I want to put them up together and real cane them together.
See where we go with that.
Yeah, because it's interesting, isn't it? It's for ourselves more than anything, isn't it? And it was like, I say, I just really enjoyed it, which was good. That was the whole idea of it, isn't it? Is that you do enjoy it, and it does count, doesn't it? You got people through Facebook. Evening, Ross. Good to see you, fella.
Hi, Ross.
Evening, Neil. Luke's back in. Alex is in. Good evening, Alex.
Alex.
Alan's in. Good to see you, mate. And Ben's in. Our business is going well, Ben.
Hi,
And so is
everybody.
Rob and Andy. Well, I might have gone by now, but I keep forgetting to look at the phone because obviously I can only see the people on YouTube. The same stream's running on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Because I kind of left that group out a little bit, and that group's going really well. Not the group that Dan updates, obviously. It's just another group that me and my friend Damien did, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's going along really well. It's an open group rather than a private group, so people sometimes don't like to update that. But it's going along really well. I just thought I'll share it to there. It just means you have to watch 2 devices. Sure, there's a PD swap and buy app. I know there's a PD group which is actually run by a really nice fella as well, Paul Parker.
Yeah.
He's all right, but he's a Newcastle fan, you know.
It gets
And they turned us over.
It gets a little bit difficult on Facebook because they don't
approve
of that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I've got Facebook hassle today. I didn't tell you because I accepted a shops post, but I've argued it on pub sheds. It's like,
if it's a licensed shop,
it's a proper shop, and it's just tiny. I got done for guns, and it was like it's a big thing. It was like, God.
Yeah,
but hopefully,
there's nothing to do with
guns and firearms or something. It was like, but it's a beer thing, and do you know what I mean? It was
frustrating.
It was of no benefit to me to accept that post. It's not my business or anything. And I thought, give people a chance. They're trying to sell their stuff.
I did see that this morning.
Yeah, and I'll try and help everyone out that I can.
When you think about people with small businesses or local businesses, you want to promote them. You want them to do well.
Folks with extra units and wants.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a very difficult climate to make money in, and so you want to help people out.
Because the problem is, RG, obviously, say I didn't want a keg of Corona now. I can't actually sell that or advertise that on Facebook. I don't even think you can swap them now. All the rules changed, unfortunately, a little while ago. And it's really unfair because you're just like,
that's why the group is called the Keg Exchange.
Yeah.
That was what it was all about.
That was all
People
about exchanging kegs.
Started that, actually, I've got 2 kegs of that, but I only want one. See if someone wants to swap it with me for something.
Well, yeah.
Else.
Well, that was it. That was
that's where the whole idea.
The idea, it was Damien's idea. We were in a group, one of the others groups, and right. But that's Facebook rules. Yeah.
Facebook are a real nuisance.
We were chatting about everything, and Damien said, "Well, what about if I do an exchange group?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you do what you like. Well, will you help me?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I will. Just set the group up and we'll go from there." And that's how it all started.
It was good fun.
It was brilliant.
To meet people as well. We did do some exchanging with people locally. It was really nice to meet them and to just exchange a beer and meet up and those type of things. Facebook's a real pain.
Some people came around here for a keg swap and ended up getting drunk in the bar.
Yeah.
It was like, well, you went to have one, and it was like it goes wrong sometimes.
I saw someone that came around for a swap and have a keg. You invited them in for a beer, and they'd left their wife out in the car. And he had about 3 or 4 pints. And he went, "Oh, she's going to kill me." She sat outside in the car. We were like, "No." Why did you invite her in? I had to give her a cup of tea.
It was warm as well that day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His wife was driving him to pick up. No, we were swapping a keg. Or was I selling a keg?
I don't know.
It was a sell or swap or something. And he came in here, and I said, "But do you want a pint, mate? Because it's really hot." I said, "Because I've got, I think I had whatever the new keg was."
I can't remember, but I just remember the scenario.
Rules are real, yeah. I know that, isn't it? But yeah,
it's like swearing on Facebook.
It's a good idea, mate. Isn't it? Yeah, swearing on Facebook, you have to be so careful. Don't you? Rules are the rules. That's a good idea, mate. Because then of course we had one. I can't remember what it was. There was some new keg out. And I didn't know that his missus was in the car, and we were supping away. After the 3rd pint, he's like, "Oh my God, I've got to go, my missus." I thought,
No, ask as many questions as you want.
of course
This
not,
is
mate.
why we do this. We love answering people's questions. The fact that you're joining in is brilliant.
No, mate. He said that's what it's all about. The idea is we're here to talk. You know, I always hate it if I miss anyone's thing because, like, you're taking the time to talk to me. So obviously,
Yeah, we want to make sure.
I want to take time to sit back. And it's an interesting idea what he's coming out with here. If you can pull it off, then yeah, by all means, isn't it?
I struggle opening them out, let alone making one up.
I keep losing apps. I keep losing an app on your phone. Oh yeah, because I can't spell it properly.
Sean could probably do it.
Oh. I don't know. It's quite complex. It's not.
It's not as easy as what you think. I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
You can have that Snyder's after if you want. Jump, good to you. I'll have a hoe.
Okay.
You are a nice person.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I feel like that. See, that's how nice I know, because she gave me the best two, what I chose, so I'm only being fair now. Obviously, we both want the beer. I'm rather just trying to guzzle it down, because what will happen here...
It would turn into a competition. Just get down, doesn't it?
So I thought she's been kind of fair with me. I got the two I wanted. You probably didn't want them two, so it's only fair, isn't it?
This just... it's just a little bit of decompression tonight for me after a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been quite mad.
It's nice to know I've got a little bit of time off from all the running around.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? So it's been tough. We got a bunch off it now.
Yeah.
I say hopefully we'll be away on Sunday. I don't know. I'm dealing with this mad Welshman, and one minute we're going. We were meant to be going Tuesday. It got swapped to Sunday, which wasn't the day I wanted to go, because obviously I've got the YouTube live Saturday night. And then I'm going, then I'm not, and it's like, God knows. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mm.
We will see.
But that is an absolute class beer on every level.
Yep, really is.
I honestly, I say, for me, that's the second to my Frankie, and that is very, very close. Anyway, if you two ever come up to North, I'll buy you several pints and provide ham and peas pudding.
I tell you what, God, I've travelled all over the world, but I haven't been anywhere really north of the Watford Gap. I've been to Aberdeen, but I was 7 then.
That was a few years ago.
And we went to Leeds.
Yeah, we went to Leeds. Leeds was brilliant. Everyone told us it was well dodgy. We were quite cautious, weren't we?
It was lovely. It was brilliant.
It was cracking.
Cracking time.
Obviously, it's different for me. I lived in Blackpool for 3 years. I've been round. I've done Liverpool.
See, I've not been to Liverpool. Manchester. I've not been to Manchester. I've not been to Newcastle.
Newcastle, I've done that for a week. I survived in Ellsworth for a week.
There's places in Yorkshire I'd like to go. Ultimately, I would love to go back up to places in Scotland, because I actually have family in Scotland, and I'd like to see a lot more of it, because I know it's very beautiful there. So yeah.
It's the getting there. It's the getting there. It's like it's easy to sit on here now, isn't it? And you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
And then when it comes to it, it's a bit of a slog.
But hopefully, as I say, with a perfect draft meet, if they do sort them out, I don't know, there's a chance that they'll do one here, one there, and one there. But we'll try, obviously, our best. Dundee and Ab both really nice. Yeah,
I would absolutely love to visit those places. There's so much to see.
In our main beer groups for all perfect draft, there's more people in Scotland.
Yeah. Or do the
North Coast 500.
Yeah, we're talking about when you showed me all the pictures.
Yeah, no, I was going to do that. It's just the problem is we used to have a motorhome, didn't we? But we've only got a T5
we've only got T5 now, and
to try and do that in one of them.
We're getting on a little bit. It's not as adventurous as when we were younger.
It's a sort of thing I probably should have done 10 years ago. Had I done it 10 years ago. Steady on 15 years ago. I didn't even have a motorhome 15 years ago. All right.
Only just.
But yeah, see? I win. I'm always right. I'm used to it.
Was about 2 or 3, so yeah.
Yeah, he used to go like that.
Yeah, he used to sit in the front passenger seat, and that's for everyone.
People used to get right offended.
I used to say, what are you doing? Don't do that. But the more I told him not to do it, the more he would do it. So
annoyed it was fun, wasn't he? You know, just being honest, as one says, isn't it? But no, it's if they do the perfect draft things, we'll really go out of our way
Yeah, to try
to
and
do it.
attend.
It's not that. It's rather than us going around somewhere and you're only meeting a few. We can meet loads of
Loads
people
of
together, and loads of other people. We can meet everyone. Wasn't fortunate enough to do any of the perfect draft fest, were we?
We had
so
one
nearly,
boots,
yeah, when
and
COVID
that's when
struck.
the lockdowns came.
So yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, that's my biggest thing was never meeting Conrad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Conrad said one day when he comes back to England, he'll come and have a beer here with me. But
Oh,
you
an
know,
island. I'd love to go to Ireland again.
I'd love to go to Miami, meet up with Conrad, and
It doesn't interest me as much as some places.
no, I'd love to go. I only went there to the airport as a kid, so and we went right to Fort Lauderdale, and it was literally down the road, but we got hammered in Fort Lauderdale instead, didn't we? Never mind. I kept thinking we'll come back, won't we? We never went back.
No.
That's one of them things, isn't it? But that's the whole idea of it, isn't it? It's sort of like you have the situation where it's easy to talk and say, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's actually getting the wheels in motion. Obviously, for us, if the perfect draft thing had been in London, it would be easy because we get one train to London, then go across. But I get it, where there's a lot of more northerners than there is southerners. So it's only right that you go further up the country. You know.
Yeah, I think for people, the whole idea, because trains are really expensive. So you've got to get a train all that distance, and that is costing you a load of money. And then the accommodation, that's massive in London. It's really expensive. So yeah, I can see why people wouldn't want to do it. How can you manage that? You only had it out the other day.
I had it out yesterday.
Maybe it is the clean one. Excellent stuff. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, RG. I know that you're with us now. What are you doing? He's pondering around, looking at all of his glasses, trying to work out.
I lost my glass.
You could have only took that out, what, a day ago?
Yeah, I know. It's like someone pinched it. I can't.
No one's pinched it. You've just misplaced it.
I have not misplaced it. Someone's misplaced it. You probably misplaced it.
I haven't misplaced it.
Oh, that'd do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, this is the first pour because you'll love this. I've poured one bit out of this keg. I was going to con it if I was going to have a bit. Oh, okay.
You got them wrong. You just missed that. That's hilarious.
Oh, I forgot to change that keg out. Jesus, I was drunk last night. Oh, dear.
Oh, no, the camera's over there.
The camera's not.
Absolute classic.
The camera's not.
And so is this ball going to be?
Well, it's going to miss the first one out of the machine. You know what it's like. Do you know what? For the first one out of the machine.
How did you pull that off? That looked like that was going so wrong.
I'm just leaning over and it just worked. I even put the Hogarth and tap on the wrong machine. Look at that. First pour out the machine. I was going to pour that as well when I spoke to Dan because I didn't want to look like a lemon.
That's too bad.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Hogarth has a lot of, personal favourite. Yeah, it's definitely a taste of tuna, mate. Definitely. It's like, what a pour, though. Let's pour out the machine. You want me to mess that up? No, what I did, I put the Hogarth on handle. I was in such a panic earlier. Obviously, I put the Hogarth on handle on a Stella Unfiltered that I finished last night. And I've just kept my machine running all day with nothing in it. But I put the keg in the top machine, not the middle one. Never mind. It happens, doesn't it? These things happen, don't they? But yeah. Cheers, everyone. And I haven't got an orange because I just haven't, but it's still nice without it.
Indeed.
Well, always one of my personal favourites. I've drank that since we first met.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago.
When it first used to come out, it used to be served ice cold, and it was a whopping 8% to me. Yeah. It was that lovely white beer. Be careful with it, it blows your head off.
Jesus. We had some sessions in there. I can remember walking back with a dog, and I was so drunk, I love my Tyson more than anything. Obviously, he's
It was
departed
our David Cross and
years ago. He was like having a human as a dog. I used to stop for a kebab on the
he's
way
been
back.
long gone.
He's
They
been
used to
long
call him
gone.
Mr. Tyson. Like, he used to come in, they had no dog sign on the door. But he used to take him in and he'd stand up on the counter. Oh, Mr. Tyson, you have kebab tonight.
Yeah, long time ago gone, but it was like my drinking partner. And whenever my dog was with me, I used to say, I can't drink that bloody Hogarth. It blows my face off. I used to wake up in the middle of the night and think, shit, where's the dog? I'm on the settee, half hanging on the floor, and the dog's upstairs in the bed. And I'm like, don't mind me, you know. I thought I'd lost him. I'm like, where the bloody hell's my dog? First time I tried that, Paul, Newcastle, 94. Yeah, it was. And it was that the 8% one as well.
Was that the really strong one? Because so many people don't actually remember this, but I remember it so clearly. They used to have the
the pump.
Yeah, that's it. But it was like iced over, and it was about 8%. It was mind blowing.
It was probably more whiter
so nice.
than that.
God, it used to taste amazing. And we were just like knocking it back like a normal beer, and then he's like saying, oh.
That's the time when I ignored the dog and he ate his lead, didn't he? I had a leather dog lead and the bloody dog ate the lead. And I'm hammered and I have to walk him all the way home.
Oh, the funniest thing about this story was he said to him, right, now you, mister, he said, I'm not taking you out to the pub tonight because you ate your lead and I've got to buy you a new one, so you can't come out tonight. And that's it, you're going to have to stay home. But the dog was like a human. He was like, went everywhere with us. And he looked at him and said, so you're leaving me home alone? Well, we had an enclosed garden, so no one could get in through the back door. So the back door was left open for him to go do his business. And we come back after being in the pub, and he had done his business on Paul's laptop that he'd left on the floor. But he hadn't just left the laptop on the floor, he'd left it open, and it was all in between the keys and everything. And that was a massive FU from the dog for leaving him behind and not taking him to the pub. He was such a character. I love all my dogs, all my animals. I've been really fortunate to be around dogs, horses and everything since 8-9 years old. Well, actually even before that with dogs. But he was the biggest character of them all.
Too tired, I doubt they're shitting on my laptop. And I had to clean my laptop with cotton buds. Okay.
That was a big FU for leaving him at home. He wanted to go to the pub.
Do him in for that. They can't have knew that I wouldn't. One of them days,
and the back door was left open.
The back door was left open. I'll tell you what, I took him to the pub the next night. It took me bloody hours to do that, dude. It was not good. But Sunday morning, early back in the play, I was pissed off. Walked with him, Jimmy, my eyes were blasted. Yeah. It was proper top drawer, that drink, wasn't it? And so many people just think of it as this 4.91.
Yeah.
It's still lovely now, but the guts of that old one I had was like,
it was crazy stuff, wasn't it?
Absolutely mad. Having it on draft in your local, it was like walkable.
You even said, we can't drink that white demon stuff again.
No, then I'd have a couple. I can't remember what else we used to drink in. Obviously, this is going back literally 23 years ago.
Yeah, having that Hogarth come was just like massive, wasn't it? Because it was so different from everything else that was in there.
It done me in and stuff. I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I was never that bright in the first place, but I'll tell you that Hogarth.
Oh, hello. Oh
no, I can't stop it. It won't stop ringing.
It will if you press.
What?
That's one way to do it, I suppose. You can never have enough glasses. Trust me, we have more than enough glasses.
Yeah. You'll see some of my glass collection tomorrow on the video. I mean,
it's absolutely crazy in here. The amount of glasses.
Newcastle City Centre's so expensive for a drink now, as well. The world we live in. Jesus, yeah. I can remember Newcastle. Back from 97, I was there for a week.
Yeah. You said it was a mad experience.
It was mad. We spoke about this before, didn't we? When I said I stayed in Ellswick, and he said, I'm sure it was you that said I was lucky to come back. It was I'll tell you, I've told the story before. I remember asking for a triple vodka because it was £1.25 for a triple vodka in this pre-club bar.
You wanted a mixer.
And I asked her for a mixer, and she told me to F off back down south. And I thought, hey, I said, I just want a bit of lime and lemonade to go with my triple vodka. And she was like, don't be silly.
I could do tequila shots like they're going out of fashion.
But
I cannot.
I'm a pop-handed no,
Keep smashing the good ones, yeah.
We've been pretty good with glasses. I smashed a
Who
couple.
breaks the glasses?
I fell over the dog.
I wash all of them, and I can't remember the last time I broke one.
Sometimes you wash all of them, unless you're on strike.
Touch wood.
If we have a too heavy session, right?
But the last ones that were broke were you.
Yeah, they were. I swear, we have a too heavy session, and we've done about 15, 20 glasses. She gets the arse in the morning. Make sure we have an argument, and I'm like, she storms upstairs, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to clean all them glasses. How the bloody hell am I going to do it?
Who is it that's
Who do you think? Look, that lunatic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You'd have to turn the sound off.
Do you not remember yesterday?
Yes, of course I
Well, there you are then. Don't hurt. Oh dear, it's all I need, isn't it? The city's so different now, going the way of Manchester and Leeds. Yeah, as I say,
Yeah, it just seems the prices in cities have gone absolutely sky high.
I find it hard though that Newcastle's like £6 a pint because it used to be. Even when we went up to Newcastle for a week when we were living in Blackpool. And
This is him, not me.
Blackpool, yeah, we as in me and my brother.
Mm.
He's trying to look at me. See, me and my brother. And I remember Blackpool was cheap, but Newcastle was just even cheaper. I know in Blackpool you had the 99p a pint. There's a pint of rotten old Foster's. But if you drank enough of it, it did the job. You could get hammered for a tenner, as long as you didn't get mixed up with any of the female acquaintances that there was a lot there in them days, obviously. But yeah, then going to Newcastle, there was just deals everywhere. It was crazy. They were like urging you, like if you had a single shot, it was expensive, but if you had a double or a triple, it just worked out so much better.
Getting back to my original trail of thought, I can do tequila shots. Like, I love it. The result of that is not very good. That's why I don't do it. I absolutely love doing them. But I can't take shots of vodka. And I'll tell you what, I was in the club.
Vodka on the rocks.
Oh no, I was in the club once and everyone was doing vodka shots. I remember it going down and coming back up just as quick, and I can't touch vodka now.
My time was the 80s, early 90s. Yeah, I'm with you on there, mate. The 80s was the top. The 80s was the best.
Mine was kind of late 80s, all the way through the 90s.
And then you met me.
I was an early start.
And it all went wrong. No, but I was more of an 80s kid, obviously. I think when you talk about music and everything, the 80s, obviously I wasn't alive in the 60s, unfortunately. But I think
Brilliant era.
Yeah, I think that the best era in my lifetime will always be the 80s. A lot of people argue the 90s.
I really enjoyed the 90s because I was a teenager in those. I love the 80s music. Don't get me wrong, I've been into music since I was about a year and a half, 2 years old. I was bopping away to music. It was one of those things that I always enjoyed. But yeah, I like 90s music as well.
Can be more, Paul. Blimey, a lot of the pubs with more premium beer can be £7.
Yeah,
drink before the match, Sunday, 15 quid for two, admittedly a craft sale. Well, at least it was a decent beer.
Yeah.
I get that though, mate. But the problem is, which is really unfair, because obviously you're right up north, I'm quite down south. The wages divide is still huge, and yet you're paying almost as much as you are for your beers as us. Yeah, obviously we've got higher this and higher that, but that's really unfair, if you ask me. I know the wages have got better for the north than what they used to be, but there's still that gap, especially with London, and they're not far off London prices. Actually, they're the same. You can actually, if you shop around in London
go on.
and leave out your tourist hotspots, you can actually drink much cheaper.
Yes. And this was the other thing I was reading in Oxford Street. Loads of big shops are closed there because the rent is so extortionate.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. If you talk about the way the country's going now, obviously, I'm not getting into politics or going down that road, It's going to get worse before it gets better. I think we all know that.
No, I think we've kind of hit a peak. I think we're going to bounce back up soon.
Can't get much lower.
I think we're going to bounce back a little bit.
What craft sale was it, if you don't mind me asking, mate, by the way?
Yeah, that would be really interesting to know, wouldn't it? Because it's not often that you go out and actually be able to buy a craft sale. Unless you go to a real specialist place.
Monday, yeah, I get it. It's crazy though, isn't it?
Mm.
Absolute madness. But I'm afraid that's how it is. Love the music, End of the Clash, Depeche Mode, Black Flag, Wham. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, George Michael. What can I say about George? I better not say too much, because once I start rattling on about George, it gets emotional. And it's situations are very different to rural. Also, you're not paying thousands a month for rent or mortgage. Yeah, there's a good point there. Obviously, the rents here are crazy now.
But
it's frightening.
We're just out of the city because of the fast rolling.
Crazy.
The rents here are absolutely astronomical.
Can't see myself living in this country all my life. Yeah, I thought that, Craig, to be honest with you. I mean, that's why, funny enough, I've got a fish and chips video that we've done today and a kebab video that obviously we didn't have time because of coming on here to mess around with it and put it on. But it actually shows us walking down the street where we live and everything, up to our house and everything. And I'll get to put the video together tomorrow.
We don't live posh.
No, we don't live posh now. It just shows you what it's like around here and everything, doesn't it?
It's just so overdeveloped. Every square inch of land, they are just building houses on. And you haven't got the infrastructure to deal with that.
It's awful. Awful. It's a horrible place. You know, I've got my bar here and if I didn't have my bar here, I think I would have cracked up.
We're lucky to have a nice cut of land that's a fair bit bigger than the average for this area.
Yeah, but we have, what people forget is we have 10 neighbours down that side. Backing on. Like Saturday night.
And 5 on the other.
And 5 on the other side. You've got some mental girls that are obviously renting the first house next door to us. Well, they had this huge party Saturday night.
There was hundreds going through there, hundreds, and it was so rowdy.
She's out there shouting, and I'm like, no, just don't do that.
Yeah, well, for me, I grew up in a really rough area, but this was even worse than things that
they were fighting.
It was just crazy.
And everything, and it just got out of hand, didn't it? It was terrible. I contacted, because I know one of the middle neighbours, so I WhatsApp him, and I'm like, mate, what's going on here? He was like, I'm so sorry, mate. I've already heard, and the police have been called.
And I think, luckily for him, he was away.
He was away.
There was no damage to his
property. But the woman in the third house had 2 little kids, and there was like,
it's unacceptable.
About 100 people in a 2-bedroom house. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, come 3 o'clock in the morning, there was still about 50.
Just shoot them. Well, his exact words is, I'll pour petrol on them.
Well, I'll tell you what, you could have had a submachine gun, you'd still have had trouble getting through them.
Hundreds of them, mate. We looked out the top window.
I couldn't believe it. It was like China mobilising an army, wasn't it? I had never seen a swarm of people.
Fighting, the glasses smashing, screaming. And this was like going on for 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And right next door to us, right next door to this bar, just literally the other side. But don't worry, I got back last night with a bit of music, didn't I? Because
they've been dead quiet since.
Yeah, they've been dead quiet since. So I got back with a bit of music last night. Didn't I? I gave them a few sounds and that, but it was terrible. It was like, Jesus Christ. I was searching all the garden in case any bottles had come over and the dogs walked in them.
Do you know what it sounded like to me? You imagine like your daddy has a rental house and no one's living there and someone nicked the key inside to have a party. That's what it sounded like to me.
They were trying to smash the door down and it was like...
They were trying to smash through the windows, weren't they? Let me in, you fucking C-U-N-T, and they're banging bottles onto the windows. It was just crazy. I thought,
bad shit there. It was like... So it's like, can't you sort it out? So we're all trying to make it. And every mate is a big lad that lives in the middle, and he's huge. He came here and I got him drunk once, didn't I? Yeah. And
he bashed his head on the wood.
I don't think you can see it on there. Why am I ducking down? It's not going to make the camera down. Never mind. But yeah, he was absolutely huge, and it was really good, wasn't it? To meet him.
So Craig, if you were going to live somewhere else, hopefully you're still watching, where would you like to live?
Anywhere but Kent.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's having the money to me.
It's never easy.
Because the areas that you'd like to live in, you're just way outpriced.
It's a tough thing, isn't it? It's like
I'd like to go and live in the Cotswolds or something.
I regret, if I'm honest, I regret leaving Norfolk. I'm moving here. I hated it. I was fine up there. I had local pubs.
No, it wasn't for me.
It was a bit strange. There was some goings on that was a bit weird and everything, but I didn't actually care. You know, it was America. Yeah, I'm with you on that, mate.
Because you've just come back from America, haven't you?
Yeah, he has.
You got the bug.
Ken.
You got the bug.
Great. Take me with you in the suitcase.
It's
no,
he's just come back.
I love the States. Yeah, I know. When he moves, I'll go with him. Actually, you can take me and it's Jane.
That's not what Sean says, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm moving to America.
Yeah, I love
That's
America,
all he ever says. I'm moving to America.
I love America. I went there. I was fortunate enough to go there as a kid with my parents and everything, and it was different level.
I love going there as a tourist. I loved going to New York, seeing the sights. It was absolutely awe-inspiring. San Francisco was absolutely beautiful. Hated Vegas with a passion. Not my thing at all.
I don't mind Vegas.
Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I liked it there. That dude dances. He went across the zebra crossing. There was some great stuff going on there.
Oh, yeah. I just love it. Los Angeles.
There we go.
Here we go. RG said there's two types of Northumberland. We're all beautiful Northumberland, with rolling hills, Heathermoreland, and empty golden beaches, which rich like southern folks have now moved into.
Yeah, that's the problem. And you've got really rich people just going by holiday homes and
leave them empty, or they cash in, don't they? They sell their house in London. Remember, this house is where we live. It's not a nice place. This house is never going to be worth a fortune, no matter what way we go. But it's we kind of bought the wrong house, if we're honest, back then. But
it's all we could afford.
Yeah, it was
coming back down from Norfolk.
Yeah, it was hard. The problem was the house we left.
Yeah, I must admit, I love the warmth. Give me somewhere in Italy or
it's well expensive.
I know it's expensive, or France on the outskirts somewhere.
I'm not eating snails. Get over it.
I'm not talking about Paris. I'm talking about on the outskirts, somewhere nice and quiet.
The place I'd go if I was to go and live abroad, and I almost done it so many times, is where?
No, I couldn't live in Asia.
No, Asia. No.
Well, where then?
Asia too. There's a place that's literally a 2-hour plane journey.
Where?
It's really English on one side, and it's really Spanish on the other side.
Gibraltar.
Yeah, if I wouldn't live in Gibraltar because I couldn't afford to, but I could live the other side.
Oh, I don't know. I'd live in Portugal.
Yeah,
I know. I know that you would like to. No, I don't think I could live there. I could live in Portugal. I love their laid back attitude.
And their dodgy beers. Jesus.
I'd live with it. It's cheap.
Oh God, no. There's the southeast, Northumberland, ex-coal mines, and sugar towns. I get that.
There's always going to be that. No matter where you go, there's always going to be a nice part and a place and a bit of it that's not so nice.
Craig said, one thing I do know, if I move to America, the mother-in-law will kick off. Yeah, and by the way, anyone still here, fellow Kent person, local to us, who we've met personally.
Absolutely lovely guy.
Absolute diamond. Do check out his reviews. He knows his stuff, done it, been there, obviously got the T-shirt.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, it's moved to America, but it's not as easy as that, is it?
Oh, I can live in America.
Then again, Darryl survived.
Yeah, no, it's Chicago as well.
Chicago, police officer. This bloke
who gave him a gun?
Yeah. My parents had Spanish villa in the 90s. I've told my mum I'd go with them by rural Spanish or Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese. Don't, because you're tail whipping that and it's going to fall over. Matey, this bloody dog.
Tiger. Yeah.
There's no room. You're going to have to go and sit out there.
You sit over there. Yeah, go on. Oh, he's playing.
I know, he's been stubborn.
He just takes no notice. Oh, no, he didn't do it that time.
Go and sit there. No.
Tiger.
Get yourself comfortable. Sit down.
The dog's having a mad one, should we say?
He's old now and he's stubborn, so.
Yeah, I had a good walk today. Now he's licking my leg while I've got my shorts on, and his nose is really cold. So I don't need this. Important Important question here. Abroad, most folks like nibbles, but get out of it. And definitely cheese. So what cheese do folks go with? Or Chris? They normally give us bloody olives in Spain, don't they?
Yeah,
I don't even like olives.
I like olives. You're not keen.
Craig said my mother-in-law's Portuguese. Oh, that's mad, mate.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the mother-in-law, mate. If you move on, just, I don't know, you could video call her.
Me?
Yeah, I know, but
Take her with you.
no, wait, what do you want to do that for? Ah, yeah.
Go with babysitter.
Yeah. Love olives. Yeah, Michelle loves
I
olives.
like olives.
I don't like olives.
But I absolutely love cheese. There's so many really great snacks that I'm going to find it really hard to go through them all. I love the Buck and Bird, the salami crisps. Yeah, they are more expensive because they're a little company that are running on a really tight budget, but their product's absolutely fantastic.
No way, said Craig. Good man, Craig. You're thinking the same as me.
Them shaky crisps, they were really good.
Yeah, they're really good.
With the
trouble is, I bloody get so many of them.
Yeah, they're a bit moreish, aren't they?
Them Spuddies, they were really nice. Yeah, and then we bought the 1 kilogram rather than the 500 grams.
And we ate
them so quick. And I looked at the calories of it.
Can't do that again.
Anchovies, olives, cut meats, salad on dips. Oh, that's new. Yeah.
For me, it has to be cheese. I love all cheese, bar and blue cheese.
Yeah, I don't mind cheese.
You don't eat all the cheeses I eat.
No, I like Marmite cheese. I like chili cheese. Oh. Yeah, for goodness sake, that's what I like. Because you weren't there in the shop. I came back with cheeses. I don't mind mozzarella. I can deal with it just sometimes. If I'm honest, no, it's really not my thing half the time.
You quite got into those Doritos as well. I went for the cheesy Doritos, and there was hardly any left. I said, God, you enjoyed them.
The dog. The dog took him. I told him not to.
I just can't do blue cheese. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't like the flavour of it. And it's really surprised me because I love all cheeses, bar and blue.
Yeah, that's
or Stilton. What are you up to now?
I'm just going through what someone's saying on here. Oh, right, that's it. I get it. Yeah, that's a start. I'm with it. So, right.
Good. You're going to have to be with it because I've got to go read.
Blue cheese. I like pizza. Oh, there's some dodgy person there liking pizza. You don't like pizza. What's he talking about? Yeah, out of the way, Tiger. Natural penicillin. Okay. You like pizza? Yeah, at my expense you like pizza, don't you? I know. Love olives. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do like pizza. Myself, I must admit, but Jesus. You look at the old calories when you've been eating it, don't you? And you think, shit, what have I done? That's one of them situations where it's like, just dogs are going mad. It's like, oh, I think they've been on a beer or something. But yeah, as I say, I do like a bit of pizza myself. What do we have? Papa John's normally. Yeah, you like a pizza at your expense. Yeah, I do. You're right there. Very good. I'll give you a star for that, shall I? An absolute star for that. But no, we do. Papa John's we do like. But you got to buy the free XXL ones to get the discount. Otherwise, they're absolutely crazy. Have to eat the pizza sparingly. What do you want about? You eat an XXL pizza in one. Breaks my heart, that does. It's like, oh, God. The expense of it is just like, oh.
On your own side. Okay, so we've got a downstairs WC that I don't use very much. I prefer the upstairs bathroom because I clean that. And Paul's responsible for the downstairs WC, so I prefer using the upstairs one. I went in there today and noticed this is what is stocked up in the downstairs WC. Look at that. Two emoji blooming toilet roll. Who buys that type of thing? Ooh. That's actually an American thing. I'm surprised that you're not congratulating me and getting involved with that.
What are you doing?
Pizza Netty roll. There's a.
What are you doing? I was going to review that toilet roll.
Oh, you okay there?
Not me. Just call it a toilet. 3 pizzas back in Domino's. Back of Domino's in the back. Don't tempt me. Next time, time's right. Joking. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, well, I thought you were going to review the toilet roll. What are you showing up my toilet roll for? Actually, that's stuff. I was going to do this classic review, right, just as a joke. It's really not very good.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's not that good.
Quality is what I thought it was.
It's not. It's really weak. And the idea was I was just going to piss around on YouTube and put it in with a review and say, you know, the worst thing is I've done the toilet roll and yeah.
Who actually thinks of doing these things?
The rest is history. What, this? This is decorative, isn't it? Up on the north in the old days, we sat on netties. I don't know. I don't know if I get it.
I think I do. I can't be too sure.
Yeah, yeah. And there's someone you know at the bottom there. Some pizza fiend. Yeah, isn't it? Pizza fiend.
Definitely.
Oh, in case anyone new's joined, or in case you don't know, www.perfectdraft.com. Tomorrow afternoon, you will see myself in a nice video that we took earlier. Old name for the toilet. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I got this wrong. I didn't want to sound like a Wally. Luckily, there's not many of us in here, so working hard. Working hard or hardly working, Gramps. I've been working on my game. Who's Gramps?
You.
Really? Cheeky little twat. Kick your own food next time. But yeah, and you know people go back on it, and if you say a mess up, it always comes to haunt you later, doesn't it? It's like, you said that, and you're like, oh dear. Oh dear. I meant Michelle. Ah, good. It's you he was talking about, not me. Yeah, we might get cooked for again now. You see?
I lost my trail of thought there. Oh no, that's what I was thinking about. Did anyone?
Benidorm is flooded.
Oh,
Just saying. Oh, blimey. No, really.
climate change.
No, he's not. He's joking. I don't know. I'm getting confused here. No, I haven't even had that many. I've only had two and a half beers. I tell you what's the top up from yesterday. And the wife's starving me. She said, you need a diet. I said, where's my dinner tonight? She said, nah, mate, you need a diet. And I'm like, okay. Never mind.
You bought 2 lumps of cheese.
Oh, right.
One was Chilli and one was Marmite. And I thought, oh yeah, I could try a bit of that different cheese. There was you couldn't even catch a mouse with what it left in them packets, both of them. The whole thing is 2 lumps of cheese, you ate.
The dog.
You always blame it on the dog.
What's the dog? Did you hear the Salcombe convention had a car drive straight through it? Did it? Okay. I don't eat cheese much, actually, but what it was, on that occasion, I thought, Michelle eats all the nice cheese. When you get nice cheese, you go to bed, and she swears blind she hasn't eaten it. And you're like, well, I didn't eat it, but she was already
I am a cheese monster.
Eats it all drunk.
Definitely a cheese monster.
Yeah, she eats it all drunk and then tries to blame me. And I'm like, oh, I'm not eating cheese. I'll never ever go into a fridge and eat cheese. And you don't notice she cuts it, she snaps it off the lump. And you can see her, it's all snapped. Me like, well, certainly not me. Why would I do that? I'd cut the cheese. But yeah, so on these 2 particular lumps of cheese, I thought, well, I'm having my turn. So yeah, I did eat both the lumps of cheese in about 3 days. Not in little packets, but yeah, they went down very well. They were tiny, 100 grams. 170 grams. So, enough about cheese.
Yes. Okay.
I feel hungry. I didn't have any dinner. I did. I had a kebab, but I don't know what to eat it, did I?
Yeah, that's the point. You did. I was just thinking about
You
it.
have no clue, do you?
What's he saying he hasn't eaten? He has eaten.
Yeah. Oh, and it was so.
That's what you get for eating a kebab sober.
Yeah, I know. But it's part of the fun, isn't it? But I will share that one tomorrow, won't I? It's it makes it worth doing because you enjoyed yours.
Oh, I had the littlest piece of fish that they had in the menu. I thought it was going to be absolutely tiny because it was proper caught. Actually, it was a fair size, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really good.
Silk on these nuts. Oh, he's on a beer up there, isn't he?
That's gone way over your head, isn't it?
Give up. Give up.
Suck on these nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's what it says to me every time.
disgusting.
Yeah, but it's not. It says silk. So it's pronounced. That's what it says. He can say what he likes. You know, what can we say? I teach him how to rap. I teach him how to sing. He's never going to be able to sing and rap like me. Let's be honest, is he? You know, I'm a man of my own, aren't
Do we have anyone else left? Anyone with some intelligent conversation or questions, please?
I? They've all left. You've
I
done all
know.
their eggs in. You see? Yeah. Well, a quick beer review. We've been on it 2 hours.
Yeah, that's quite true.
But no, going back to that, I'm not going to say about www.perfectdraft.com, but the beer review, I think we're quite agreed on everything there, weren't we?
About 100 times now.
What? www.perfectdraft.com.
Yeah, that one.
Would I? Would I? I'm just saying, I'm on the website, you know, face of the website for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, you know, please order.
Oh, God, for a little dog, you're stinky. Go outside.
Oh, God. Ain't only that big. Jesus. Never mind. What can we say? What can I say? But, no, that went well with them, didn't it?
It did. It was nice to look at them and see them all up there.
I think Barry's drunk. About that live I was talking about. This fella's not appearing.
Thank you. Something intelligent to say.
Can you put a link on that PD website, mate? Yeah, there's a link. Well, if they get it right, there'll be a link on the PD website tomorrow to Perfect Draft's Facebook group.
You could put a picture up and do the link.
And there'll be a link to my YouTube, hopefully, if they get it right. But I couldn't find that. But
yeah, but if they don't, couldn't you put a link from theirs onto our YouTube?
no, they will do that. I can't access their website, can I? But I'm doing a blog, so I think they want me to update the blog with different pictures, which would be fun.
You know who's going to be doing
Do you have any
that?
plans to do any modifications in your bar this summer? Not at present. It's all working all right in here at the moment.
We've kind of got it to a level where we can't do any more.
We can't update
Yeah,
anymore.
we've got no more room, really.
And that's Bazza, in case anyone don't know. I'm sure he has no idea whatsoever, that guy. He's saying, hi, Michelle. He's forgot about me. He's talking to the doggy. He's talking to the Muppet. Very nice of him. I can't wait to welcome you to the channel Saturday, Bazza. My old mate, I've missed you.
I hope you've got the early slot.
He has got the early slot.
Yeah, see, the man's not laughed.
And it'll just be me and Bazza on, where Bazza's going to answer any questions you may have. And there you go. Let him pull do a blog. Oh, Simo. Wow, you haven't got this one yet. Look, it's my friend, Simo. Oh, what I've just been saying about this guy.
Right, so this is the whole thing of it. When he won this prize, he was massively excited. And then he looked at the part, I've got to write a blog. I've got to write a blog. How do you write a blog? And he looked at me. And I went, who's going to end up getting the job of writing it? It's going to be me. I'm going to end up with the job of that.
Yeah, you know how it is, isn't it? Simo, just think, tomorrow afternoon, mate, you will see me, the face of Perfect Draft. The king.
If I hear it one more time, I might just keel over. He has never stopped going on about it.
Wow. No,
and it's got even worse since he did the...
We did a Zoom call, you know. When you talk about me and Dan chatting together, I say it's two men of the world chatting together, two executive, two you know, people that have done it, been there, got the T-shirt.
No one's that brave, so
That's true.
no one is that brave. I might let him edit it and check for the spelling because I'm dyslexic, but no, he's definitely not writing it.
Yeah, 6. Damn it. I think Bazza's drunk, everyone. I told you, Bazza, you've got to lay off them strong beers. They're no good to you. I know. He's got to lay off them strong
You
beers.
could be Kermit, but I'm definitely not Miss Piggy. I'll be Animal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm Animal.
you are Animal. Executive, outstanding. 2 men in the world. Shut up, Utah. Oi, you dipstick. No, Bazza, you've got to watch it tomorrow, mate. It's an absolute classic.
I didn't participate.
Let's just say, Bazza, for them, I think it was about 15, 20 minutes of the video. I'm on fire, mate.
I was running around all day. I didn't have time to.
I'm sorry, you must be off your rocker to trust that Michelle to write it over me.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but
We're
it's
doing
nice.
collaboration.
Yeah, no, we'll work it out. But we've got to do some different pictures. And as you'll see in the video tomorrow, I won't spoil it, but Dan's going to say some different things, how more people can get involved with the community and with them and
Yeah,
everything.
basically, with this blog, you give me the outline of what you're thinking and what you want to say, and we get it written out. And so, Sheba can prove.
Well, I'm not going to mention Robbie Williams, although I did mention Robbie Williams in the video today because I was taking them round the bar with a camera because obviously I was holding the camera, taking round the bar, talking about bits of the bar. But of course, Robbie came into the equation. Having your parent call you by your internet name is an extremely strange feeling. Yeah. What can I say? She's an extremely strange person. But no, we will be welcoming, as I say, all the beer, no idea. Will be on with us at 6. What Bazza said is he loves questions, and the more questions
Yeah,
you
everyone
can throw at Bazza,
questions.
the better. It's like he loves it. He can't. He said to me, funny enough, in a message today, I can't get enough.
And if you want to name yourself after a dog, then I'll treat you like a pet.
Yeah, no, it's one of them things, isn't it? But yeah, imagine your mum coming up and starting calling you like my beer. Well, I don't mind. More promotion for the channel. You know, I was going to wear a Rate My Beer t-shirt
I told him
top
not to.
today, but I thought I better not. But no, it's all a bit of fun, and as I say, it went really well, which is good. Obviously, any perfect draft owners, that's mentioned quite a lot because of the thing of it.
I think the great thing about it is it actually connects the company with the people that buy the product.
Yeah, no, Dan's getting more and more involved. Throw the questions at me, I'm happy to answer them. Lovely, jubbly. But yeah, no, Dan's getting more and more involved, and he will be getting more involved in that Facebook group. He is arranging these meetups. At the moment, I don't know anything that you don't know there. Hopefully, it all works out. I say, I've told you about the Keller beer because
It's something I've been massively pushing for ages.
You'll see it on the video tomorrow, so I'm not telling you anything that you don't know or you won't know tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully that's going to come off, and if it all goes wrong, they'll blame me, wouldn't they? That won't. It'll sell out. Definite sell out. There is a hint about your next keg or 2 kegs, which he gives you. I won't spoil that now, but it's easy enough to work out.
That's a really good answer. There you go. Archie, you've got the same mentality as him. That's it. You can have these 2 now because they've got the same.
And make sure, just remember, Saturday, 6 p.m. As I said, the more the merrier. So hopefully we'll push it out Saturday daytime, won't we?
Yep, get your questions ready.
Get your questions ready. I can think of Vicky. Can I ask you some questions as well on Saturday, Bazza?
Oh, God.
Would I? Oh, there's nothing yet. That's it. That's good. No, it's always good to see it.
Mm.
It's been good, isn't it? That's a long beer review.
It's been massively good fun.
Yes.
Everyone that's joined in has been absolutely wonderful to talk to. So everyone who's still here, I know a lot of people have gone, but the people who are still here,
didn't disappear.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, you're going to get that. You know, you're not like 100,000 channel, but if you were 100,000 channel, you wouldn't be able to answer anyone. So there'd be no.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I see people struggle with it so much, and I think
I couldn't cope with that.
I can only handle 5 online sometimes, isn't it? But it's good because it's more personal and that. And this, obviously, we didn't decide till this morning, wasn't it? I said I'm definitely going to do this. I did put it on social media, otherwise we'd probably be on our own. That's why I feel panic about YouTube. I'm sure one day I'm going to do. I'm going to do it live, but I think at least if it's not just me, there's both of us. So you can kind of style out a little bit, can't you?
I must admit, albeit no idea and Simo subs, I think you guys are really brave when you go and do your lives. And it's just you, because for me, that would be just.
It's always a pleasure watching you both. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. That's really lovely.
Yeah, no, it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? You know, and obviously the important thing about Basil and Simo is both them 2 channels really helped me and everything, because obviously they started before us. My first live was done with Basil and Simo. And my wife got drunk, funny enough.
We couldn't have done this, could we?
No.
Without the help and support that we've had from other YouTubers.
And Al, nice and easy.
And people that we've met on Facebook and things. There's just no way we could have done this.
I probably wouldn't have persisted with it. It's only because I met people.
Definitely not.
Obviously, we knew both of them before through watching reviews, when we never even used to comment on YouTube. I never ever thought I'd comment on YouTube. I didn't get involved, did I?
If you'd have told me 3 years ago that I'd be stood in front of a camera and telling people what I personally think of beer, I would be like, "No, get out! I'm not doing that."
Don't keep saying on the show.
No way.
It was my show today.
I am so self-conscious that I just never could have imagined myself doing this.
Square capsule. I'm not even going
there. Don't even go there.
I'm not going there. But no, like we're down today, kept saying, "But you are too part." No, this is my show today.
Yeah.
And I did say some nice things.
I can't wait to see what you actually say.
I didn't see that much. I did say about the blonde hair and things, aren't they? But no, it's good, and it's well worth watching. It's about 15 minutes, I reckon.
I don't know.
So obviously we spoke beforehand, and then we had a few teething problems. I had to change phones. That phone wouldn't connect to Dan's on Zoom. That's why you can see the picture of me saying,
yeah, that Zoom thing was really hard. When we was doing the beta program with Ray,
it won't work on that phone.
I had massive problems. I could see them and I couldn't hear them. Then I could hear them and I couldn't see them. It was a nightmare.
Oh, it's it bad. Today, and I thought
I really feel for people that had to do
it's
that.
It's like I waited all week, because obviously we spoke about this originally last Friday about doing the Zoom call. And I thought, yeah, this is my moment. This is my time. And it was meant to be yesterday. And I got all hyped up for yesterday, but there was a few busy things going on with them yesterday. And he said, "Oh, is it off we do tomorrow?" And I thought, right, I won't drink yesterday. What do I do?
You got a little bit overexcited. You was really excited about this.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It was, to say, first time I've actually spoke to him personally. And it went really well. So, yeah, it was good. And we share like a lot of interest the same. Apart from football, because if Spurs relegate Leeds, he's probably not going to
talk to you again.
Did you have to change your height? Oh, I do not wear a t-shirt from the others, mate.
The others.
And you watch that video tomorrow, you'll learn about the others. No Heineken here, mate. I can't be doing that.
We haven't missed the others machines at all.
Nah, definitely not. Evening, Stuart.
Hi, Stuart.
I would love if the Petey Proud and an off bun. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. No.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Well, where's the button? Excellent. Crack for them. Thank you for your efforts, as per usual. No problem, mate.
Thank you for joining in and talking to us.
That's what it's all about. But like I say,
for us, that's what makes it worthwhile doing.
Hopefully you're about Saturday so you can grill Bazza. Because for that hour, if everyone just grills Bazza.
I can't say it enough. Everyone that talks to us and gets involved, you make my day. I absolutely love talking to all of you, and I thank you so much.
I don't talk to you every day. Wow. Oh, Yeah, that hurts. Hey, all the nice things I said about you in that video, you're going to feel guilty tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, you got no guilt. Females don't, do they? Oh, I did say one thing about females today, yeah. It was the only thing I said in there. That'll probably be edited out.
Yeah.
Nothing too bad, is it?
Misogynism is not part of everyday life.
Oh,
Oh, why does he come in here and drop one and then go?
I thought it was you. I didn't want to say anything on the camera. I thought she's got a, you know, and I thought, I won't say anything while we're live.
He's such a tiny little dog.
He's a tiny little pug, and the smell was just like, not good. Not good at all. But no, it's been good, isn't it? I know. Yeah, been good.
Definitely.
She's in a funny mood tonight. You can never predict.
I started off today in a real hyper mood, like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. Day has kind of dragged me down a little bit. To the end of it, I was just like, oh. I'm thinking we're doing these beer reviews and we're going to do a live. I need to perk up a little bit.
We didn't review it.
No, I know we didn't. But I thought, yeah, we ended up doing fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
And I just really felt like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit because the day's a bit hectic. But it's really put me back in that great mood.
Yeah. That
I started off with at the beginning of the day.
No, that's it. It's definitely job done, isn't it? Bazzy, you never know, mate. You never know, isn't it? You never know with that guy. What can I say to that? Those legs were a real fun.
No, that kind of tickled my fancy as well.
Oh dear. No, right. We better call Tom on it, won't we? We're only meant to do it.
Giggling away like silly kids.
Yeah,
but that was funny.
Classic, no, but no, we were only meant to do an hour. We've done 2 odd hours. The Stone Crow is in effect at the moment. He's doing his live.
Yeah, we need to get on so that we're not encroaching on other people's time and everything. So it's a massive, massive thank you from both of us to all of you that have been involved.
And we'll see, hopefully, all of you Saturday to Grill Bazza. Right. Thank you, everyone. Bonjour.